Welcome back, adventurers. My name is Eli, the Game Master, and this is A Good Day to Die. Last we left off, the group had descended deeper into the catacombs beneath the Island of Knowledge. There they had come across a large... Wait, we already did the ooze, didn't we? The necromantic ooze? Did we? Did we already do that? Was that session before last? Anyway, the biggest point of what happened last time was they found the electric blue kobold and the handsome stranger. There was a group of the pirates that had defected away from Merrill's group, and they had seemingly willingly sacrificed themselves to summon forth these horrendous dog-like creatures. The group dealt with those, the handsome stranger and the kobold teleported away, after which the group began to explore deeper into the caves, or the catacombs. There, they found a control panel that controlled some of the floodgates and some of the other parts of the dungeon that they didn't quite understand. But that didn't stop them from just flipping switches. And so in doing so, they drained an entire area of the water. Sneaking into, they found an altar to a necromantic goddess, whereupon which they found a vicious great axe that is now in the possession of Ragnar. However, the vicious great axe doesn't have the same effect on him as it would had on normal people. Curious.
But it's still cursed.
Curiouser and curiouser. It is cursed and it is bound to him until the curse is broken. Venturing deeper into which, Manzerik was not able to help the group because Max had to go somewhere. He had to cut the time a little short last week. And so he wasn't there to be the voice of reason whenever they found an illusionary puzzle. Looking at the illusionary puzzle, Dr. Tone was like, oh, this is easy. I figured it out. Let's do this. Meanwhile, Perry and Ragnar were like, we should totally kill this old man. That seems like the right thing to do.
That'll break this illusion.
It's the appropriate course of action, of course.
Clearly, everything needs to be chopped. Once the illusion dissipated, a voice that sounded very, very familiar to Damon echoed out. And this voice says, you have failed. This pierced into his mind. His arm began to burn as he collapsed to the floor, and we will pick it up there.
So Damon has a very stunned look on his face.
I thought you collapsed to the floor.
Yes.
Oh no, I killed him!
He can do both.
I can do both. Stunned look on his face.
I killed him, oh no.
He's like, wait, no, a rating! And he scrambles to his feet and runs up toward the door and hammers on it. Says, no, confusion is not failure. Confusion is not, I was confused. Didn't fail. A rating! And keeps hammering on the door, waiting for an answer.
Your cries are answered only by the echoes of your voice and the dull thud of your fist against that solid stone door.
Damon, I think you need some help. You need to work through some things.
As I whirl around, but it's a look of anger, but it's not a directed anger. I was like, fine, it's okay.
It's okay.
It's okay. And I reach into my waistband, I pull out a very battered and well-read scroll, and I hurl it across the room. And I said, fine. Damn the Justicars. Damn the gods, and damn Arady, I'm done with it. And I go down the stairs, and I exit the room.
I go big.
So I was about to say, I'm in the middle of reading this book and just sort of like going through and just letting this happen before I say my one word and you swirl out, and I'm just like, I would like to read that at some point.
And I just like stash it for it, but I think we'll need it later.
Hey Damon, I say as you like are leaving.
Mm-hmm.
As someone who's trying to get a hold of the gods, yelling at them isn't necessarily the best course of action.
I ignore you.
Sure.
Yeah. It's like bouncing off my back as you say it.
He's mad because I won and he didn't.
Did you win?
I broke the illusion.
You walk back into the sacrificial chamber.
It wasn't an illusion to break.
So in hindsight, it seemed that it was more of a puzzle than
So lost.
Yes.
Oh.
Me and Barry have Ragnar set down.
He's a sore loser. And I just start walking that way to where he went.
What's your intelligence
Wait.
modifier?
When did
It's enough to know that you were mad.
So, I have never had an interaction with the gods, but I am deeply religious. And so, can I roll like a knowledge religion to try to like equate this to if something like this had happened with me and goes right?
Yes. Yes, you may.
That's going to be a 17.
Okay. You can also roll a sense motive if you'd like.
That's going to be way worse. That is no, it's not. It's a 17.
Oh, that worked.
So, you are an even play on both of these. So, first off, what little you do know about Arady, like what you've extrapolated from seeing the Justicar, seeing how they operate, and seeing how Damon's been treated and is reacting to all this. You know the Justicar seem to be almost like a military force, like a religious military force that seems to revolve completely around paladins, which Damon is not. He's not a Justicar, he's not a paladin, and there seems to be some kind of deep connection between him and them that you don't fully understand right now. When you use sense motive, it feels like Damon has considered himself a failure to some extent. Like something has happened and he hasn't quite met the expectations of the Justicar, the Church of Arady, or maybe even the goddess herself. It would be the equivalent of you going on your pilgrimage, and when you return to the great tree, the druids looking to you and saying, "We do not recognize you as one of the druids," after you had already done the pilgrimage. So whatever Ragnar, Perry, and Dr. Tone aren't super taking seriously, you feel a real deep connection that I think I understand what he's going through.
Okay.
For reference, it's not that I'm not taking it seriously. I know with an anger like that, you gotta let it vent before you can even talk to it.
Yeah, no, this is fine. Because everybody's reaction is going to be different to Damon.
I haven't a clue.
I would like to say Eli was spot on.
Ragnar's like, I hit things, and I hit them hard. This isn't a thing I can just hit.
I hit this guy so hard his entire cabin disappeared.
I did pretty good.
I turned it to stone.
Oh, man.
And no one can take that away from you.
Not a damn person.
Going back, I may need a refresher on what the sacrificial room looks like.
It has the large
Not
pool.
in the sacrificial.
He is. He left, and that's where it leads out into.
I thought there was the U shape, the pool in the center, that pool drained and then went into the sacrificial room.
When I say sacrificial room, I mean the room that the pirates had cut themselves, where you had fought the
So I imagine the giant altar to Orgotha was the sacrificial
main
room.
sacrificial room and sub-sacrificial
Okay,
room.
I'm
auxiliary.
sorry. I was on the
output,
auxiliary.
The sacrificial closet is where you found the great axe.
Of all the places to go in Vince team, that
That's where the followers go.
Man.
I loved it. I ain't gonna lie.
Oh,
Can I just
don't
leave?
encourage
Don't-
it.
It was so dark.
Moving on.
please do.
Go. Roleplay.
Oh!
So where do we go to
I
now?
thought the universe was in a loading
Got a
screen.
19.
No. You rolled a 19 for what?
Play.
You play so.
So as you
How long have we been
try to
playing this?
play, you realize you have no ranks in it. And so a 10's the best you got, and it's kind of mediocre.
But he's a child. They always have rank symbol.
No, because
He's a what?
He has an archetype.
He's the archetype man-child.
What is happening?
Fourth wall.
Derailed.
So this is the door
Yes,
that you are exiting out of, Damon.
we are now on the same page.
Yes.
I thought
Okay.
we went through that one. That's where we went up to go to.
That's what
the
led
control
you to
room?
the control room.
Yeah.
So I come out
and we come down and went this way to get
and
to
I'm just
both of. Okay.
To the illusionary room.
Okay.
So I came out here and I'm just leaning despondently against that pillar, looking into just
The void.
1,000-yard gaze.
I got you.
We all, I assume, convened back in that room.
Yeah.
We did flip a couple more levers.
There's one more we don't know what it did.
Can we try to find that out?
I imagine that's what he's going to do next. I was going to let Tall, Dark, and Broody over there actually work out some of the stuff for their 80.
Hang on a second. First of all, I was lied to. I thought we had to break the illusion. Second of all, this is empty, right?
Correct. Well, there are 4 dead bodies.
But
That
there's
you did
no,
not
there's
sleep
no
in.
pea water though. Yeah.
No.
Okay.
Well,
There's always a little.
there's always a little people, no matter how many times you check.
But you
There's
can
always
walk
a
through
little
it now.
Roll for gross.
Oh, it's gross.
I would assume that the other levers probably drained other sections. Did we pass something that was like this previously in another room?
The canal.
What if it was drained as well?
And what if we
Drain
just
to-
flooded the whole...
Drain to where?
Oh, that's easy. I can
the whole
re-pull those
pipe?
levers.
I don't think...
He did the one.
Bet.
Oh.
You know,
It's
it's
still
like,
like-
they said they're doing this.
This is the 90-degree band.
Okay. Sorry. So let's explore a little more and try to figure out what else that led to.
So,
So
to
if we go back
clarify,
out, if we go back out this door,
Not the trap door. We go to the control room door.
though, this one
It's
was
one
a
we
dead
came
end
from.
from where
Well,
we were just
it's
at.
It
Now
is
it
now
is.
a dead end, yes.
That led to the dead end with where.
Correct.
Okay, so
This leads to the...
that's a nope. That's a nope.
That leads to the caustic maze.
Can we just close that
This
door?
leads to the stairs that lead up to the control room.
Yes.
just close
Was
that
there
door?
not
It's up to
more
There
that
were
opened
exits
up,
outside
like
this
stuff
door.
that shifted around when we was up at the control
Not
room?
that you noticed.
Okay.
but there's another door up there that led somewhere else.
Yes, there was one other door leading out.
I want to loot the bodies, specifically looking for instructions that they might have on them.
A map?
You want me to leave everything off except for...
No, I want everything.
Okay.
That's what I'm looking for. That's what justifies me
Dagger.
doing it.
10 gold. 100 gold.
If you give me any indication you're looking for instructions, I would tell you that the handsome Joe guy is the one who made the sigils.
Was it Joe or Jack?
Y'all said
That's
Joe
Joe.
many times.
He was the one who made the sigils.
Yeah, but he's not here, and they are.
Well, they wouldn't have instructions. They probably don't even know how to do it.
Or he can just look for him and find out.
If they have them, I'm gonna laugh. I'm gonna laugh for a while.
Yes.
I got $100 riding on this. Put them in.
We slide you at 20.
I'll give you a Washington quarter. Better than a Lincoln. Any for your thoughts? We're making tons, Max.
I know.
You find 4 mundane daggers, 4 suits of leather armor. You find 20 gold pieces,
I share that with everybody. 4 gold pieces each.
and you find a small iron locket. This locket, do you have knowledge of the planes?
I do not.
So
I
this,
will hold it up if anybody recognizes it or anything like that.
what do you get ticket to?
35.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Soon. 18.
18? Looking at that locket, you realize that it is infernal in design. It looks to be, it is round and completely smooth. There are these jagged runes that are etched onto the face of it. Do you open it? Or?
I do.
When you open it, You see there inside is a shiny red scale. It is so smooth and so well polished that you can nearly see a red tinted reflection of yourself on the surface of it.
Parfait.
Yes. Do either of you have spellcraft?
I do.
Yes.
I do.
What do you get taking 10 on
Oh,
spellcraft?
son of a...
16.
It's about that. 17.
18.
That's what I
You
do
don't
have.
I do.
Oh, you do have it.
Yes, I
I
do.
forgot that you're not just a barbarian.
No.
With a
22.
anything over a 13. You recognize this as a Dark Sire amulet. This small iron locket contains some token, a scale, a shaving of a horn or a claw, or a lock of burning hair. In this case, a scale. And these tokens are always from the same creature, a fiend of some kind. When worn by a tiefling, if they have cold, electricity, or fire resistance, this amulet increases that resistance by 5. Furthermore, it provides a +4 insight bonus on diplomacy checks made to influence evil outsiders.
I walk it over to him. Would I know that with the spellcraft as well?
What did you get?
16.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, I just walk it straight over to you.
What do the runes say on it? Or is it just like magical?
It's just a design.
We found something neat. Do we know what it's from? Just it's a red, smooth, polished.
Well, he knows what the scale is from.
So
Yeah,
it's
but he
right.
doesn't know he doesn't know where it came from or to who it belonged to,
You keep saying friend wrong, but
or why the pirates had it.
you know. Dragons are friends.
Neat.
Not food.
Fish are friends. No.
It occurred to me in the few seconds while Damon was raging. Can I see what's causing those braziers to burn green, or are they burning like regular like flame?
It is an ambient necromantic magic. It seems these braziers have always been here, but something has recently ignited them.
Just fancy dungeon effects, or
What are you looking for specifically?
it spells cast upon them, like if they're providing some effect.
It is a magically created item, but it
Cast
functions the same
smash.
as an ever-burning torch, but only in brazier side and with a neat necromantic glow that makes it green.
Well, it was more of a when he did the disintegration being they didn't damn.
Theatrics.
Okay.
Theater!
Said the man who says everything I say is important.
That's true.
Damon pushes away from the pillar.
No, I say everything for a reason.
That's true.
I didn't say everything's important. I said everything has a reason.
Damon pushes away from the pillar and starts walking toward the exit door.
Okay.
Says, well,
The one I'm in the middle of closing, writing
We've-
on chalk.
this
Do
one?
not enter. Do
We've-
not open to
walk
inside.
toward. We've done what we're sent to do. We guess we better go back and report it.
But we haven't found the magic flute, and we haven't found.
We still have 8 more
Daryl?
guys to kill.
Oh,
Is that right?
there's.
Yeah.
We have the magic flute, we have Darum, we have to rid the sewer of the other faction. We don't know if we've technically done that yet. Have we
She said a dozen, and you found 4.
Okay. Yeah.
So we need to continue on to go.
You are 25% complete with your quest.
Yeah.
With that.
So
We
do
keep
you,
going.
Do you want to not go through that door then?
Yeah, we go through that one.
No, let's don't do that.
He's going to the one that goes to the control panel, not the costume maze.
Let
Just
us-
reading my note.
Let us go.
I'm reading.
How did you make that chair squeak?
I don't know.
You
I
laughed
don't
and
know.
it squeaked. I'm starting to believe it's not the chair.
I'm squeaking over here.
Squeaking it.
Well,
It didn't squeak. I don't know, man.
So from the control room, is there 2 sets of doors?
Real quick, were you saying something?
No.
Okay. Stepping out from that door, you enter into a hallway. To the left is the large portal that you had opened up with the control panel.
Yes.
Okay, so that is part of your quest.
Yes.
Checked off,
Yeah.
mission accomplished. When you push M, brings up the maps, journal, quest. That's done.
There's a check mark next to that one.
Correct.
Okay.
There are 2 doors side by side on the far end, and then to the right, you see that same canal pouring in from the right, and then it takes a sharp turn up to the north, and then to the west, where it disappears into a grate that seems to be flowing under the wall that lines that side, with a door directly beside it. So you see 3 other doors and a passage that continues to the right if you were to head north.
Good door.
I start walking towards the one that's at the wiki loop.
So you turn right, you go down, you go to that far end. All right. Heading to that door. This door is a heavy stone door. It looks to be like where most of the other doors in this place are made out of old rotting wood or from a heavier steel, depending on the importance of the room. This one is different. It's not sealed, it's not an arcane lock or anything like that, but it is carved from stone, and it does sit on a pair of heavy metal hinges.
Is there like something to grab to pull it open?
Yes. Yeah, it is, besides what the material it is made from, it is still just a regular door.
Give me a second.
Yeah, let's make sure.
25 plus things if necessary.
The door itself seems completely mundane, in all intents and purposes.
I will pull it open. Do I need to roll?
It's trash.
Crap! Go ahead and place your figures on the map, if you would, please.
Oh, Max, tell Nicole I said thank you for
Oh, yeah.
the waxing.
Resin is,
Rosin.
yeah.
I can't reach
Also,
the
it's
others.
very different.
May I get some assistance, please, Maxwell?
You sound like someone who knows.
Yeah, I'm gonna make the short guy reach. Good job.
My daughter is taking cello now. You know all about rosin.
Resin?
Good for her.
What are you resin from?
I'm not AJ.
So I was thinking this is the door.
Correct.
AJ's no
Who am I taking off?
That guy.
I got it.
Who's the small person?
The armless bandit.
Who is on here that shouldn't be on here?
I think
Who is this?
That's me.
This
Yeah,
is
that
you.
little guy.
This is you.
that's me.
This is you.
That's Tony.
This is you.
Max.
This is somewhat you.
Yes.
Jelly.
His wing is so long.
No.
He's not jelly. But if, I mean, I used it as jelly.
I don't know where you guys wanted to stand at per se, but
Yeah, that's fine. Sure.
Yeah.
I want to be next to Damon. I don't know where Damon's at, but I want to be.
literally in front of you.
Cool.
Canard gold.
Wish granted.
It is done.
Technically, no matter who you wanted to stand by other than me, you were.
Those words.
That is true.
Opening the door, you're not sure what you were expecting, but I don't think it was this. You step into a room. This room is largely empty. It looks like it may have served some kind of purpose long ago, but most of the things had been taken out. Now, whether that was because the wall on the far western side has completely collapsed, leaving massive boulders and large amounts of debris scattered into this room, or if it was emptied before and that was just happenstance, you are unsure. What you do see is you see a half-orc laying on the ground. He is covering his eyes with one arm, and he has a scimitar in his hand, swinging it wildly into the air. His head is shaved on both sides, leaving kind of a mohawk on top, but it is not done up. It's not like spiked or anything like a punk or anything. It is braided back into a long ponytail that drops down between his shoulder blades. He has a chiseled jawline and strong features, especially for someone so young. He looks to probably be in his late teens, maybe 17. He's wearing a leather vest, a bandana tied around his forehead. He's wearing boots and that kind of loose-fit shirt that you would typically see with, like, sailors, along with the boots. Laying on the ground, guarding his face as he's waving, you see that he is surrounded by 3 creatures. These creatures stand about 4 feet tall, shorter as they are hunched over and looking at him. When you open the door, they all turn to look at you. These creatures are frog-like in appearance, but have much more beast-like features about them, with a broad mouth that extends way out to either side, bulbous eyes that sit on top of their head, but peer at you without any color to them. Just kind of pale pearls that rest on the top of their head. They have webbed feet and hands, but end in claws. As these creatures turn and shift, looking at you, and I will need the group to roll for initiative.
These cousins of yours?
Were you waiting for me to get done with my description just so you could say that?
That was terrible.
Oh, you have no room to talk. Unless you were talking about someone's role.
No.
Maybe.
No.
Maybe.
I got less than what you rolled.
All right.
Those just
Perry.
terrible.
Manzerik.
25.
You ever heard Charles Barkley talk?
Damon.
19.
Ragnar.
12.
Who has the higher... You do?
Mine's a +4.
Mine's +8.
He took improved initiative.
Oh, I was thinking.
Dr. Tone.
13.
So you beat both of them.
Yeah.
I'm
I
last.
just rolled higher.
6.
You are not last.
Oh.
It's either a good thing or it's not.
Doom, 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 doom.
So the white token is the orc and the 3 red are the frog creatures?
Yes.
There's an oracle?
No.
Yeah. You can tell because they are talking about how they can have a vision, but then they go blind and you're like, oh, you're going to be an oracle one day.
Also, the blind frogs are oracles.
Exactly.
Got it.
Wait.
I had nothing to do
These are frogs? I thought they were aliens.
If you want to murder us all...
Aliens!
Aliens.
Starting off the initiative is Manzerik.
So, I'm not in the room or next to it. So, did I see what he saw being that far back?
I will allow you a free action to alert the group if you would like. If not, you don't have to, and it will be counted as a surprise round against everyone except for you and the creatures involved.
I will say, this looks like fun.
You can roll sense motive if you'd like. The DC is 10.
It's 14, so we're good.
Yeah. You know that when the barbarian says this looks like fun, you know something's about to go down.
Okay. I draw my sword and begin walking.
Roll artistry.
You just like boing, boing, boing.
Yeah. Do I recognize what the frog creatures are walking in?
Do you have knowledge engineering?
No.
Then no, you have no idea what these things
Even
are.
with my background, my backstory? They're not.
They don't live where you live.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, because it's not nature, it's dungeoneering.
Cool. That's concerning.
Hop to it, buddy.
Alright, well, that would have been my move because...
It's even funnier the 4th time he said.
Yeah. Can somebody move
Rayado.
Rayado in, and he's going to just eat that guy.
Okay. He runs to eat guy.
We do an attack.
Woo!
Oh, that was so close to being a 19. 7.
A 7 will not strike your opponent.
Like teetered on 19 and then just...
As you kind of look at Ragnar, and you step into the room, you look, you see these creatures, and you go, wait, I have no idea what these are. Rayado, sick him! As Rayado runs into the room and snaps at one of these creatures, it hops back as he just bites down where it once were. Do you take any other actions?
That'll be it.
Damon.
Damon
eyes. Okay.
moves up past, like and recklessly moves up past Ragnar. Right there. Yeah, that works.
That's 20.
And I'll move up, and I'll double move up to that square connection to the white guy in the red guy. So, no, right. No, I'll stand between them.
Where you had it.
Yeah, I'll stand between them right now.
Okay, do you have the movement for that?
If I double move.
20, 25, 30.
I can move.
That would be 40. Yeah, because this is difficult terrain. Roll me a climb check.
Climb it.
I'm made of climb.
With your armor and everything?
Oh yeah.
7.
All together?
Yeah.
You are not made of climb.
I don't get any negatives, that's for sure.
You attempt to climb up the rocks to get between the half-orc and this creature that's resting on top of the boulders looking down at you. As you go to grab a hold of it, you realize that the years of being in just such a dank environment has made the sides of the rock very slick. And so as you run up to it, you hop grabbing and you slide down and you're just kind of like, okay, this is where I am now.
I can't adjust myself over to stand over the orc.
You've run out of movement, yeah. And also you can't share a space with a creature.
If they're prone.
Mechanically still no.
The only time you share a space with a creature is if they're 2 size categories smaller than you, larger than you, or you're grappling.
Okay.
Do you take any actions?
No.
Okay.
Grapple
Grappling. I got you, buddy. Dr. Tone, who is now immune to fire.
We're not there yet. Give it time.
steps.
Close.
Cast fireball.
Not yet.
Broken arrow.
That didn't hurt me as much as it hurt you.
I think my dad said something similar when I was a kid.
Can I also?
He doesn't watch the show.
Can I move between Dom and Rayado?
5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Move that.
Yeah. Face through the wall.
I have to turn his figure to face combat because if he's looking at the wall, I feel weird.
I see him.
They also don't see the figures on that. Anyways, I'm gonna activate Death Watch.
You see that?
I see how close people are to dying. How close does that work to dying?
He seems to be completely unharmed.
It's a trap.
I call out to him, "Hey, buddy, you doing good?"
He kind of looks up. His eyes are tight shut, right? He says, "Don't look at him!" He calls back.
Uh-oh.
Close my eyes.
You do that. You are now effectively blind.
Kill check to see what's going on.
You may.
What was I supposed to?
I did use the standard action to.
The DC is 12.
Oh, I need to not roll a 1.
Gracious. It seems he is blinded.
Is this a mechanical thing or a, like, not mechanically blinded, but like?
It seems like this is a recent development.
Right, but like he's physically been blinded,
Correct.
not magically. Okay.
Yeah. Well, his eyes are still intact, if that's what you're asking.
Like, did something cause them to go? Like, is it a poison or is it a magical effect? Is what I'm trying to get at.
Or George Knight.
Would that be a medicine check? Or a spellcraft? Or a dungeoneering?
It is not magical in nature, nor is it poison or physical.
Okay.
There. Stew on that. Do you take any other actions?
I have no other actions to take.
Okay.
with confusion.
Perry!
Harry, the blood.
I move in front of Manzerik.
I am neither physical nor poison.
We can see over it now, right?
Magic nor curse, but yeah, that's so
I'm sorry?
I can see over the little river of pee.
Yes.
First, I would like to do a dungeoneering if that doesn't take up the standard.
You may.
Doesn't get the standard.
I've never played it as such.
I know.
That doesn't mean it doesn't. It just means
But
it
for
never-
that's a nat one.
These are Manzerik's family. You step into the room and you realize that this orc is trying to kill Manzerik's
Oh
family.
no, don't do that.
You look at them and you're like, these are our friends, and that orc is in trouble.
So,
I'll allow you to roll a sense motive on your next turn if you'd like.
Don't worry, Manzerik. I'll help your friends.
He forced himself to say.
and I'll throw my dagger at the orc.
Wonderful.
That's
Can I have an
wonderful.
immediate reaction out of just fun?
And that would be?
What?
Yes.
So, am I above initiative of the orc, or did he just not take advantage?
You're above initiative of the orc. So he is flat-footed, yes.
So that'll be an 18.
That will strike the half-orc.
Oh.
Max damage.
I wasn't expecting to have to hit me, so I don't know why.
Let's see, pull that
Ragnar, you're the next playable
bucket of
character to
dice,
go.
bucket of damage.
Oh,
Okay,
wow.
good. 6 damage.
Okay.
And then my dagger returns to me.
Yeah. So, drawing your dagger, you throw it with expert grace. As it slams into the half-orc's shoulder, whoosh, he kind of like gestures down to it and he goes, ah! It disappears and goes back. He grabs it and he says, they got me! They bit me! He cries out as blood begins to roll through his fingers.
He's blind.
It disappears in a flash and reappears in your hand.
I, on the other hand, know exactly what it would be.
Harry, why?
Do you take any other actions?
We have to help Manzerik's friends.
Harry, why?
Ragnar. Please. No.
That's a little racist. Oh, please sense motive. Please make a roll sense motive.
Wow. That 20 cents motive.
So in a moment of clarity, you look down at Manzerik, you look at the frogs, you look at the half-orc, and you're like, Manzerik's a half-orc? There you go.
Oh,
Staying in
man.
character,
I want
but
you to play
succeeding at
that
the same time.
I want you to play that the rest of the game. That makes me so happy.
I'm going to run and jump over here.
You may. You said jump, right?
Yeah, I did.
Wonderful.
What is the jump skill? Acrobatics. 16.
Been looking for jump. Yeah, you passed.
With full height.
I'm going to power attack this thing.
Rolled
You
higher
may
than the
power
DC.
attack this thing.
Two.
22 will strike your opponent.
26 damage.
Okay.
It explodes at a puff of green mist.
As you rush in, you jump over, swinging your axe down at this thing. It looks up at you and it goes, as you just cleave it clean in half. And this kind of purple goo splashes on your face and across the ground in a cone shape.
I look back at you and we're like, your family's safe.
I don't.
I'm so confused about what all my friends are doing right now.
Oh,
Dice
why?
did it.
I'm liking the way this is going on about you, but
The half-orc grips his wound. He is going to go on the defensive, raising his AC by 2. The creature's turns now.
Can you got the total difference?
He goes total defensive, raising his AC by 4.
The guy said just rolling in place.
I don't think you're supposed to roll the ground show fire.
If it works, it works, man.
Dark Souls.
Tuck and roll, boys. Tuck and roll.
He's just doing dark soul rolls in his 5-foot square.
This creature on the rocks climbs over in a very Gollum-esque kind of way. As it turns and looks at all of you, you see those pale white orbs resting on the top of his head begin to flicker and glow, when suddenly a flash of light washes over all of you, and I will need all of you to roll me a fortitude save. Except for Dr. Tone.
I'm blind.
Good.
We're okay with that.
17 for both.
22.
Nice.
11.
Cool. So Ragnar and Perry are both blind for the next hour. I will need Damon and Manzerik and Rayado to roll me another fortitude save.
20 and 19.
29.
You are both fine. As these creatures turn to look at you, their eyes flashing in unison and say, you are like, that doesn't sound good, I assume. As this occurs, you see that blinding flash of light, and rather than your entire vision going black, it is a pulsing white light. And you can even see the veins of your own eyeballs in the periphery of your vision as it hurts.
I'm about a migraine.
This creature is going to take a free 5-foot step away from that monstrosity.
That didn't provoke, did it? They're doing nothing.
It's going to take a free 5-foot step from Moriata, hoping that he blinded him. Manzerik.
Okay.
Oh, I was about to ask you if I could see if he dropped below. For good things.
The answer to your question is you can see that your eyelids are in full health.
Okay.
Well, that's good. It's good to check every now and then.
Things I didn't know I needed to know.
Perfect. That does provoke an attack of opportunity.
Oh boy.
That gets swallowed.
Does a 12 hit him?
No.
Well, quick, slow.
Does a 13 hit him?
It does not.
Okay. And
They
then
slap each other away
Rayado
from it.
Their tongues hit.
is going to take a free 5-foot step
Why would you say that?
towards him.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
No.
And Rayado,
Don't bitch slap him.
does a 23 hit?
Oh yeah.
Does a 22 hit?
Oh yeah.
And does a 19 hit?
Oh yeah. Oh no. You killed one so hard I forgot to mark him off the initiative.
13 points of damage.
Haha, he is still alive.
I've done that before.
As you run up to this creature, it like slides on its hand and feet to face you. You thrust at it with your sword. It pats it away with its claws. As it does so, Rayado just leaps onto its back, sinking his talons and claws and fangs into this thing. As it begins to tear into it, it gives out this horrendous chortle as it begins fighting off Rayado ineffectively.
As a free action, I'm going to yell out, "The frogs are not my family." And move on with my life.
Okay.
Why is that frog?
Harry's brain just goes.
Of course not. He's a half-orc. The audio cuts out.
Ragnar's like, duh, you idiot.
Do you take another action?
It's gonna be.
I want that to be.
Rage and Damon.
Alright.
Then Ragnar just goes,
I
of
pass
course
over
they're not.
the,
He's there.
the prone orc.
Okay, this is difficult terrain.
Okay. Stand right there.
Okay. That will provoke an attack of opportunity.
Okay.
From the half
Does a 16 hit
Yeah.
your AC? Okay.
Almost.
I return the attack. Thusly.
Tone, you were the next player.
Got a new character. Got a new sheet of.
Shoot him. Hi.
Well, looking for sponsorship. That was
Not
Her or
accepted.
she?
There we go.
Chocolate identifies as Hershey.
That would be a
canceled. We're canceled.
25.
25 will strike your
The
opponent.
fact that he's
Before
going
we
to phase
even
and just keep
started.
talking.
The damage is been a hot second since I've done any damage to anything.
We're aware.
You fought a fish man.
12 points of damage.
Okay.
Well, we know it's not dead.
Running up to this creature, you step over the half-orc as it snaps at you with its massive jaws. You step to the side and you swing your blade down across the back of its head. It ekes out as it slides to one side, that same purple ooze rolling down. Do you take any other actions?
No.
Dr. Toad.
I will move sort of catty corner between Damon and Rihanna, but one back because I have a reach weapon.
Okay.
Open your eyes.
This is difficult terrain, just so you know.
I will in fact open my eyes.
Okay.
Make an attack with my chain whip that's only a 10 to hit.
A 10 will not strike your opponent.
I proceed to then close.
As you run up, make this wicked sound with your chain whip. You swing it over your head and crack it out as it but nothing else happens. Do you think of that?
I close my eyes.
Dope.
Yeah, coy to do something.
Perry.
Boom. I can see clearly now. Your eyes are gone. Shut up.
I'm gonna make my way toward the wall.
Make me feel
Right
good.
know where the wall is.
Make my way
Wall.
over.
I'm like,
You found it. Okay. They can only attack you from 3 directions.
exactly.
Got you. Do you take any other actions? Ragnar.
I'll let fate decide.
Who's fate?
You could roll me a D8 and
Yeah.
go in a random direction.
Mm-hmm.
So, going
You know.
to my right.
5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So Ragnar, after just killing that thing, you look at the other ones and you're like, "Come on!" You're like, "Oh God!" And you just run straight into the wall. Do you take any more hilarious actions?
No.
Okay.
That face.
The half orc. He reaches over. He grabs Damon by the leg, right? And he says, "Fam, are you here to help me?"
Stay down. I've got you.
He says, "Yeah, I can do that."
I'm pretty sure he's got you right now. Can he grapple Damon?
Oh yeah, he's got it.
Ring of freedom of movement. He goes to grab onto him and just lets go every single time.
They're so slippery. Bite. Does an 11 hit you? No. Great.
Almost.
Because Rayado is attacking this other creature, it turns round to retaliate against the raptor with a 13. Okay. Haven't rolled above a 10. Okay. Manzerik.
I take a free 5-foot step that way.
It is flirked.
And does a 17 hit?
17 does strike your opponent.
4 points of damage.
It is still standing.
Does a 23 hit? Does a 21 hit?
Would you rather just take one attack?
Does 4 points of damage go?
4 times over. Sure. So, you step back, thrusting into this thing's stomach. It grabs its stomach, looking up at you, as it opens its mouth, revealing just rows of tiny yet incredibly sharp teeth. Suddenly, you see Rayado bite the top of its head and rend back in this, like, deep crunching noise as it half decapitates it.
Oh, that's so dark.
No, don't eat that! Don't eat that!
Spit that
It
out.
quickly starts eating.
That's too much like me to eat. Spit that out.
Well,
Frog legs are delicious. Not these frogs.
He still has a movement action.
He's going to move the 10 feet up next to that other monster.
Okay. Desiree taking any actions.
He
All right.
says wait.
Wait.
This is
Wait.
swing.
Wait. Damon.
I attack the again.
You may attack the business again.
22.
Yeah.
And I do 9 points of damage.
I'm scared. You're doing really well.
That's not good.
Even with its bonus to AC because of the high ground, as it snaps down at you, you hold up your shield, it bites onto the edge of it, you twist its head over to one side as you take the pommel of your sword and you just crack down into it. It gives out these like death throes as it falls off of the rock, rolling to the ground. It jerks a few times before falling still, and just like that, you are out of combat.
We're no longer blind.
And I
Wow.
contemptuously kick the carcass off to the side.
Awesome.
I did say an hour.
No, you didn't.
I did.
He did actually.
Or less.
Well, my good friend, kind of looking around the room. They're gone.
Same.
What were those?
He says, "They're gone? Oh, that's wonderful." He stands up. He says, "Well, first off, I didn't get a good look at them. I couldn't tell you exactly what they were. But as I looked at them and they looked back at me, they had a much more intense stare than I did. So I don't think they were afraid of me, but I was afraid of them. But I digress. May I ask to whom I owe my life to?"
You, Bobby Boucher.
I kind of lean down and do I need to do a perception
Did
check?
that sound Cajun?
It's a little occasion.
Oh,
Is that what you're going for?
no.
Is that okay?
At first it did, then it changed a little bit.
Also, Amos, he stood up.
Oh, he's still okay. Do I need to do a perception to see if he's blind, or is it very apparent?
Well, looking to Ragnar and Perry, it seems he is suffering from the same affliction they are.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like, are you hurt?
Huh? Not
I notice that
necessarily.
he's bleeding on his shoulder, and I look at Perry.
He says,
I
"One
can't
of,
tell if you're looking at me.
Same.
it did feel like one of them bit me."
I bandage that up.
That is exactly what happened.
And I do some first aid on it.
Off check?
Thanks, guys.
I am made of glove.
That's also
At 12.
12. So you patch it up. He says, "Thanks, fam. Appreciate it.
What are you doing down
You're
here?
going for cockney, maybe?
Could you stop bringing attention to it?"
Sorry.
Are you one of Merle?
Barrel?
Merrill, are you one of Merrill's?
Merle, never heard of it. Moving on, he says,
Are you one of Merrill's?
Sensing motive on that.
"You may."
26?
26. He seems hesitant to admit to it. He says, "Well, that all depends. Why are you here?"
Well, that depends. If you are one of Earl's men,
Mhm.
we have to unfortunately murder you after we save you. But if you weren't, we wouldn't have to do such a horrendous thing.
Then in that case, I'm not.
However, I hear she's recruiting some new people since she lost her brooch.
Oh, that is wonderful. You see, I've been looking for new employment, and that is just up my alley. You see, I am a wonderful sailor, a good fighter, despite being blind. But in an hour, I'll be tip-top.
I also never said she was a sailing pirate.
Oh, everybody knows Meryl.
What are you doing down here?
Clutching my wound and closing my eyes.
Oh,
And being
for
attacked.
those who don't read subcontext, he was one of Meryl's men who defected and then found himself in the state.
No. I did no such thing.
Oh, go ahead.
You see, I heard that the men defected went into the cavern with that strange lizard folk and the handsome gentleman. Yeah, at least last I saw him, he was handsome.
Still is.
I decided to come in, open the portal, allow the rest of the group to come in and clean house, but it seems that you have found your way here.
If you're going to regain your eyesight in about an hour,
Mm-hmm.
I feel like
How you know it's in an hour?
because you said it was in an hour.
Right.
You said,
Mhm.
not the DM.
Correct. Me, not the god of this world.
Not the game's operation director.
I do feel like I have to warn you. I look somewhat similar to the things that caused you blindness.
My god.
But don't worry, frogs are not family.
Their food.
No.
Especially if you're going.
But I felt like I needed to address this before you got your side sucked back.
I think we should kill him.
No.
What was that?
It was the talking skull. Don't worry about him.
We were all just talking skulls.
In our own way.
This
I
one
hate
more
how
electoral.
right
Also, Delaney, don't think I
I don't know what
catch on
number
to
eight
your
is.
mechanism you threw out there. I got you. Because I was like, that smells like a.
I just pop the squad. Sit in like cross-legged.
I didn't run that way.
What was that?
1 second, and I start whistling the tune for the rope, and I tell the rope to attach to Ragnar.
Oh, the rope.
The rope.
I thought you said rogue. Get him, rogue! It's like, where does that come from? Okay.
So he named the rope.
You feel something snake around you.
Chop it in half. Don't do it. Don't. Stop listening. I'm your intrusive thoughts.
Come here, Ragnar. I say.
Okay, and I'll start walking the way the rope is.
Oh no.
Yep.
Sploosh! Well, as much fun as this has been, he says, allow me to introduce myself. He says, my name is Adriel.
Dr. Isaacson.
Doctor, wonderful! I'm hurt.
Yes, I saw that. The dagger flew out of nowhere and stabbed you in the arm.
They had daggers?
One of them did.
Could you be a dear?
Is anyone else still hurt?
Yes.
Yes.
I am technically injured.
I walk away. If he's no longer in need of any defense, I sheathe my sword and I walk back toward the main
I have
body.
one more channel, so I don't want to use it quite yet.
I'm also drowning.
I am going to do a
I will
heal
go
check.
ahead and use that channel.
Maybe.
This might tickle a little bit. I channel positive energy, using the dice. Woo! Everyone heals for 8.
Nice.
Oh, thanks, fam. He said,
The chain like flickers out. Oh.
that feels much better. He says, and may I ask you gentlemen what your names are?
My name is Manzerik.
Pleasure.
I'm Barry.
Am I like I don't know how deep how deep is that?
It's only 3 feet deep.
I feel like our names are unimportant. If we see him when we get back to the surface, we can make introductions then. But we have other things going on.
You know,
Or, hear me out, he may know where some of his other comrades who came to clear out the rest of the cave, wink wink. And I say wink wink out loud because I know he can.
is he winking?
He did in fact wink,
He
yes.
winked. I knew that.
It's good.
He's a weird maker.
But we should probably wait a while to see if this effect wears off. Because as much fun as I think it would be to drag Ragnar around with a leash, I'd much rather have him be able to see functionally.
I agree.
I would also like our friend to be able to see and have him come with us.
That is a wonderful idea. I agree.
I try to motion for him to sit down, like I like grab him, like try to like.
Oh, tiny cold hands.
There you
Yes,
go.
Frog.
Not super cold though. And then I take you and I like kind of push you over and also try to sit you down and take you. Well, you're screwed. I can't get you out of that. You're way too big.
Yeah, it's only 3 feet.
Chris.
And okay, so I like try to like manipulate
get my
you,
robot.
like sit back down, and then I go after. Words. I go after Damon. I'm sorry.
Oh,
It made
wow.
me feel really bad. There's a lot of names that I gotta keep track of over here.
Wait, did you leave?
No, I just walk back towards
Oh yeah, I thought you
towards
would
the
have left.
entrance.
I thought you would have left.
I've lost interest in this dude.
Looking at you, Damon, I'd be like, it is not wise for us to go in with our companion still blinded. Whether or not we walk out with this half-orc friend of ours. A Bob, if you will.
Adriel, I'd prefer not to be referred to by my race, but more by who I am as a person.
I understand this.
Adro, where's your weapon? Oh,
Scimitar.
You got that really close to my face, and I'd appreciate you not.
Oh, I'm sorry, fam.
What was his name one more time?
Adriel.
Adriel.
So, Adriel, where would your friends be?
But that depends. I'd assume the rest of my friends would be with Marrow as soon as I regain employment.
Well, okay. Merrill had some defectors.
You don't
I
say.
know.
Yeah. But they are not my friends.
Correct. So where would these defectors might be?
Well, you see, you're very confusing when you start putting labels on everything, because if you start grouping me in with those people, then I start sounding like the villain. And trust me, fam, I'm not. I'm here to help.
And I appreciate you for that.
Can I roll a sense motive on this guy?
You may.
Just at a
Just no reason.
I might as well.
24.
As well.
With a 24, the more he talks and insists, the more you believe him. He's telling the truth.
Okay.
I got a 27.
He's lying. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh no!
With a DC 27. No. No.
So what? He's kind of deflecting.
Right, because he truly isn't with them, and he seems very calm about this whole situation, so that makes you feel like, yeah, he's telling the truth. I keep clutching my arm like I'm sorry, it's not anymore. You do a great job.
Thanks.
It's 2 points above what it should.
That was a pretty nasty hit.
Out of a 6, I'll give you an 8.
Well, thanks, mate.
Mate.
So where would these defectors that Merrill would totally not want to have anymore be?
He says, I'm not sure. I hadn't seen the handsome stranger or the electric blue kobold. He says, but what I have seen is this shady-looking rat folk. He just wandering around the tunnels, and he says, I tried to get his attention, but he wanted no part of it.
That's your friend.
Oh, you're a rat folk.
No, I am not a rat folk.
He's a frog folk.
Is he frog folk? Is he one of these?
No.
Again.
He specifically told you he wasn't.
Was that him that said that?
Yes.
Oh, with a deep voice. I like it.
That's why he's related to the half-orcs.
You're a half-orc.
I guess I am today.
Wonderful.
The
He says,
mechanics of that
See,
relationship must have been
just-
wild.
despite being a half-orc, I am going to address you by Manzerik, because you respect. You get respect, fam. I don't look through that lens unlike some people, wherever you are.
You just see Dr. Isaac Toad is reeling from this idea that he thinks that he's a half-orc.
He's going to be very confused when he regains his sight.
I appreciate you, Andrew. I don't know why people think I'm a half-orc, but
And I
we'll
don't-
move on from this.
I don't know why people think I'm a defector, when I'm not.
Why are you down here then?
Because I was looking for the portal to open, so the rest of the group could come in here and clean house.
The only group we know of that were sent down here are the defectors.
You can roll me sense motive, if you'd like.
Bonuses.
12.
With a 12, something's fishy. You can't quite put your finger on it. They know he's not a defector, right? But something's off about him. He's not lying about being a defector. He is lying about why he's down here.
So do you not know where the portal is at?
Oh, of course I do. It's just down the hallway there.
And you got caught up on these things?
Well, of course I did.
How are you going to open it?
I was going to find a control room. Now that, I don't know is.
So imagine
Imagine it had 4 levers. Which one would you pull?
numbered 1, 2, 3, and or 4. Oh my gosh.
Imagine I'm sitting there with my rack and just
He says, what is the second lever?
okay.
Yeah. That one I do know. We were told not to touch the other levers, but I do know the second one opens the portal.
What does the fourth one do?
We were told not to touch the other levers.
So imagine
I do know that the second one opens the portal.
your hair's doing a thing.
I don't know what you're talking about. In a van down by the river!
Your hair needs its own Twitter account.
So food idle chatter, I would try to, like, as much as I can, waste the hour so our friends gain their vision.
Would y'all like to ask him any other questions that you may find pertinent, or would you rather just move on to the hour being up?
What does the portal do?
He says it opens the connection towards the bay to this.
What else has he seen down here?
Oh, you ask him what he's seen down here?
Mhm.
He says, aside from the rat folk, some of these creatures wandering about that ooze down in the main area, and these things, not a whole lot.
I asked
Flutes.
I'm sorry?
Flute.
Flute?
Musical instrument.
I don't play, but if you'd like to, you may.
I asked him if
Still clutching on.
the rat folk had another, like, an animal companion with it, like a rat that was riding on its shoulder or anything. Rat folk with a rat.
He says, it did, as a matter of fact. Not riding on his shoulder, it was much too big for that.
Your master has gained some levels since he moved you.
This makes me sad. Neat.
Is the rat folk with you?
He was a long time ago, and that is why I'm here. Well, I guess not that long ago. Really, mechanically, like 4.5 weeks ago.
Oh, wonderful. You're looking for your friends. I'm looking to open the portal. If the portal is already open, now we can part ways.
You keep talking about this portal. What is it supposed to open for?
He's not listening, is he?
Right now.
No.
The
Ding.
door. The door we opened.
I appreciate you.
It was
What door?
vindication.
The big never mind.
Wait, so instead of us being flush, we could have waited for this guy to open the portal?
Well, I think he was a bit distracted being blinded by frog creatures.
How
And if that hasn't happened every other weekend.
long
How
have
much of a life do you live?
Stop!
11 days.
how long have you been down here?
I don't know. Maybe an hour?
How long have we been down here?
Maybe an hour.
So did
He
Meryl
says that.
push this guy?
This guy was pushed in, and then like 3 seconds
Also,
later.
roll me a perception check. The DC is 5.
Yeah,
Is
I
it
rolled
higher?
a 4, but I've got.
Am I higher? Am I higher?
You were blind.
So it's
Is it a visual
Six.
perception?
It's 50.
It is a visual perception. 50?
15.
I was like, you rolled a 4? He is not wet.
How did you get in here?
Oh, to the back entrance.
There's a back end. We swam in here?
The back entrance is a little more sketchy. You swam in here? What did Miles send you to the portal? To the drain?
Yeah.
Yes, we were flat.
And you survived that? I mean, you survived. Of course you did. She knew what she's doing.
I don't know about that, Daryl.
She's an acquired taste. I like her well enough. The eye patch was very stoic.
The water was required.
The tattoos are my favorite.
Try to
Why are there vacuum
realize.
tattoos?
Kraken.
Or, sorry, old character coming out. Yeah, the tentacle tattoos.
Oh, well, that's because of the group.
Imagine we aren't quite in the group yet. Imagine we're new initiates being forced to go through.
He says, oh, well, I never figured you were part of the group. He says, but it is kind of odd that Myrna would have sent you here without telling you more about herself, what she was doing, or why you're down here.
It was a bit of a rapid experience. Not a lot of time to talk.
Well, it's not a Kraken, it's a loose skin.
It's Sholigan, the spoken ammunition.
That's a loose one. I think I was struck. What is that?
Excuse me, I don't speak that much German.
Okay,
I
so
knew
it
it
was
was
a
saying
different
something
language you were saying.
a different language, but I couldn't tell.
Pardon me, fam, I can't tell who's talking to who.
So imagine I said that in Aqua. And all of you were like, wait, what?
Kinda, you know.
No offense
What
to
is
our
a loose
viewers.
kid?
A Luska, he says, is a monster, is a sea creature. It's octopus. Sharktopus. It's got 3 heads and 8 tentacles.
Why?
What kind of heads?
What sea god was just really bored one day?
Poseidon, Lord of the Brocian.
municipality is named.
Yes, another name for ghost.
Pro sign. I
is
will
now.
gladly follow that guy.
Gross road.
Like righteous be his name.
Lord of the Games.
My dude, which art in the water.
Domain is your strength.
That is the scariest player in Bro.
Give us the dare, daily protein.
Go thy way, become shredded and swole.
If thou uses the weights, thou shalt then re-rack their weights. Lest thine face the wrath of the gym bro.
Oh man.
Count thine calories.
And yea, verily I say unto thee, let thine macros be in right alignment. Let thou eat not too much fat, but game substituted with protein.
And no fruit juice, too much sugar. If we do make a TikTok account,
Yes.
I want that.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yep.
It's taking the video for sure.
Noted.
Ew.
About an hour.
1 hour later.
Instead of polishing my sword.
I think my eyes are coming back.
Just waiting.
Ah! Oh. Ah! Why is that kid here? Why is there a raptor?
It's
Who's a good bird?
He is a good bird.
Kind of bad.
You can try it.
You can
most certainly try.
What's the DC for handle animal to pet this thing?
at least a 12.
I mean, he's been sitting here with us for like an hour, so I would just say it's a 10.
18. Plus 2.
Ooh, a good bird. Yeah, good bird. Hang on, I got a piece of jerky. You want some jerky? Can you jump? Can you jump up? Yeah. Says, well, fam, thank you so much for saving my life. Now, if you'll excuse me,
He begins to walk away.
Wait. We'd love for you to accompany
where's
us.
the half orc?
I am half orc.
I said he was related to the.
Where's the other half?
Is it more of a
That is the question we've all had. We would love for you to accompany us as we find your fallen compatriots.
What?
Because it would be nice to have somebody that can speak their language.
That can show us the way.
I show you the way.
Do you know the way?
Fuck on the bed.
That was 7 or 8 years ago.
Yeah.
That blows me away.
Yeah, you're old. So Damon does because his character, so he's side-eyeing him.
He says, well, first thing, I don't know the entire layout of this place. I only know up to a certain area because it's dangerous.
Yes, and we saved your life.
Mm-hmm.
We would love for you to continue to accompany us.
You worked so hard to save me life, I'd hate for you to ruin it by killing me.
If we die, then you die.
I've killed better
Not
farmers.
in a threatening sort of way. But
That
in a-
felt
How does that
threatening.
feel anything but threatening?
But in a
Oh, you want me to threaten him? If
How
you
are
don't
you-
come with us, I will kill you.
no. How are you planning on getting out?
You're being adopted.
Not necessarily. We're just for a little bit.
Well, if you say you opened a portal, then fine, that's where I'm going.
Did we say we opened the portal?
No.
I don't believe we did.
Oh, well, I know what a control room is. I'm going to go open the portal
You said
myself.
you did not know it was a control room. So
Yeah, I know now.
Magic.
From magic.
Are you lying?
Oh, yeah. Because I don't want to be in the same room with you.
What you say?
But it's being threatened by this gentleman.
I'm not asking you to join us in combat. I'm not asking you to put your life on the line, but I am asking you just for a little help. Find our way.
Sure.
That, and we would love to reconnect you with Mila. Meryl.
I have like 5 different names on my notes.
May I ask you a question? You see this thought process run through his head. His demeanor completely changes from defensive to, acceptance. He leans on your shoulder a little bit, looking down at you. He says, let me ask you a question, fam. He says, if I am to go on this journey with you, this arduous journey to the deep steps of the dungeon here, he says,
do I get a cut of anything we find? It's only fair. Say a fee for being a guide.
I pull up 5 gold pieces.
That's cute. Is that a starting wage or is that for the whole thing?
Starting, at least.
Starting, I'll take it. And a cut from anything else you find. 1/6. Fair is fair.
Yeah, that's fine.
Fair is fair. Alright then, fam. Let's lead the way. He steps outside. In doing so, he says, you see, the thing is, I thought it was one of these 3 doors here. These 4 doors, now 3. He says, one of these is... That door is open, he says, pointing towards the open portal. Well, this was fun. 5 gold later, and I have solved the problem.
I commend the rope to tie around him.
He doesn't resist, and I don't think the rope can technically grapple. I don't think it could be used offensively.
I wrap my tongue around it. I don't do that.
Gross.
And I grapple him.
Charlie, grab our tongues! Oh, gross.
It wouldn't be a grapple so much as if we found like a belt loop and tie itself to that belt. Because it can fasten itself to something.
Thanks for the belt, mate, but why?
Well, I paid you 5 gold
There's still 2 other doors.
to take us to the other friends.
They ain't my friends. As many
The
times as
other
I've got to read.
defectors.
I don't know where they are.
Oh, then I want my 5 gold back.
You know what? That's fair. Fair is fair.
I count.
Looking at them, yeah, they're copper. He begins to walk away. See that? Fair is fair. He takes his copper and gives you the gold.
I commanded to untie.
So Meryl sent you down here?
No, Meryl doesn't know me yet. I lied about that. Sorry.
Yeah, we would love to reintroduce you now.
That would be great. Yes, I would love for that to be a thing. But it does sound like you're very busy. Let me meet you there.
23 on perception, sense motive.
It feels like he's done something wrong and Meryl, like, he doesn't want to go back to Meryl.
So, let's say you get lost and the tunnel's up ahead. Are there ways other than back to the cove? Through that door?
In a roundabout way. Yes. But that way. And that way is very dangerous.
No, like through that portal.
Oh, to this portal?
Yes.
To go where? To Meryl?
Are there other directions one could get lost in?
Oh, no. It's a pretty straight shot. It's a little bit of a ways. So there's some open areas, the ocean, gentle breeze. It's wonderful. But it is that way. Not there. Not that way, for sure.
Come with us.
Roll me diplomacy, which nobody has rolled yet.
I'm doing more intimidation.
You can also roll intimidation if you like.
Diplomacy is a 19.
It's not.
What'd you get?
I got a 1.
Nat 1. What do you say?
Come with us.
So as you, what do you say?
So imagine for a second we find another egress out of here. Sort of picking up that he doesn't want to go back to Meryl.
Mm-hmm.
That could be beneficial for someone who's wanting to find other ways back to the cove to go back to Meryl. So sort of, I'm trying to give him another way.
An out.
An out.
I got you. He says, you know what? Suddenly you see Manzerik gently grab him by the hand. He looks down at Manzerik as you look deep into his eyes and say, come with us. Yeah. I see your point, and I think I'm gonna go with you. With all of you, collectively, not just you. So you've talked me into it. So if you'd like to, we can. We go. Onward and upward.
Onward and upward.
Yes.
And I stand right
I don't
behind
like
him.
him.
I stand right behind him.
Brian, no one
Let's go.
likes you.
Excuse me, fam.
I like her. How tall is this dude?
He probably stands about 6 feet.
So we're eye to eye. I don't know.
Excuse me, fam.
I go ahead and look at you to open the door, or to at least look at the door. Just look at the door.
Which door?
Is there anything?
Which door?
The door that we are going
He gets to pick because he can be set trip.
Oh, the 3 doors that you passed? Okay, which door?
It's like,
Okay. The farthest one from you, then.
sure.
Okay. Looking over this room, it seems to be a mundane wooden door.
With the
I
keyhole.
stealthily open.
He leans over and watches you as you open the door. This seems to be a storage room of some kind. You see several tools that probably were used to maintain the pipes and the waterways, but they've long since rusted, been discarded. They've either, the shelves that they rest on have either collapsed from years of decay, or have completely rusted over, rendering most tools in here useless.
Gotcha. There's nothing like that seems preserved by magic.
Well, that is a shame.
No other entrances or exits?
Hey, which?
No, simply that room.
And I hand him a tool, a rusted tool. So you're pretty sure. And I go to the next room.
I'm gonna do a perception in the room just in case there's anything else.
You may.
It's gonna be a 20, not natural.
No.
Cool. Alright, move on with my life.
You may.
We'll move on with your life.
Door number 1, my lord.
Door number 1.
As you head to the next door, opening it up, it looks to be an office area. You see that the desk has long since collapsed. There are shelves with paper that seem to be completely deteriorated. You see, like, where people have kept books, probably of like the workers coming in and out, who gets paid, things like that. But it also hasn't been touched in so long that the damp temperature or the damp conditions have eroded them into nothing but kind of that moldy, mildewy paper.
It does bring up the question, who maintains this sewer now?
Doesn't look like it is.
Well, this part of the sewer may not be used anymore.
It was used enough to have a sacrificial shrine.
And pea water.
Well, you know about the, that's an out of character joke I've done one day.
Perception in this room.
You may.
14.
I will perceive.
Oh,
I will proceed.
What'd you get?
15.
15?
I rolled a 15,
Okay, good.
so 22.
So you, a few moments before you, but not you, and an extra piece for you, begin to examine this room. And as you're looking through everything, you're picking up papers and you're just kind of like gross, moving things to the side, checking things out. You find preserved in a glass frame is a map. And this is a map of the sewerways.
Hey.
But only half. When you look at this map, and I will hand this to you to look at before we take break, as you look at this map, you do see in the bottom corner, there is a key. In this, not a physical key, like a map key. In this map key, you see that there are Roman numerals. I, V. In these Roman numerals, you see the first lever says drains 11 and 12, floods 21 and 22. You see in II it says opens 16, in III it says opens 20, and in IV it says opens 8 and 9. As you examine this map to kind of discover what all these things mean, we are going to take a short break and we'll be back in just a moment.
Where are we going?
And we're back.
And let's just say all the like the start of the episode's already serious. It's you doing your thing. The we're back has never been the same. We are doing something different every single time.
Yep, we should have all switched seats.
And sometimes
I can't remember what I've done, so.
Sometimes the funniest one is when you click the start stream button again, and none of the rest of us know.
That's what just happened.
Is it because I said something and then he went in? Oh.
You found a map.
Yeah, but
Yay. You've all effectively looked at the map. Some of you, one of you, have taken a picture of the map.
mentally.
Half.
I took a mental picture.
He took half a picture of the map.
I'm sitting by the person who took the picture, so
Picture
Wonderful.
I wouldn't rely on it.
He took a map of half the picture.
And directionally challenged. That
So
me
we-
myself have direction.
So we need to go back.
Yes.
The other direction.
Yes.
And we're bringing Pirate Guy with us.
Yes.
Are you a Pirate Guy?
In Mill?
Adro.
Or do you pirate?
That depends. No,
He's not Pirate Guy, but he's...
I'm not pirate guy. How many times do I have to tell you?
So we already opened 14
Yes.
and 23.
No.
No.
I checked 22 for traps.
That is 13.
Right.
We've done that corner.
There are no traps in 13.
We have done
We've done all the rooms on that side of the dungeon.
I just asked if we did that one.
You said 23.
Yeah.
I asked you to forgive me.
I
Don't
don't
feel
forgive
forgiven.
you.
It doesn't feel forgiven.
You forgive me.
You know,
for reading.
if you just keep bringing up somebody's, after they pass forgiveness and dead, then that's not real forgiveness.
What?
Was that English?
Mm-hmm.
I'm
You
just
sound like
choked
me.
up.
It was.
That is the worst thing you've ever said to me. That is very hurtful.
Not very easy.
Not very demure. I hate
So-
Tiffany.
So,
I can't not say it.
Very
You
thoughtful.
are much thoughtful.
So,
Start mixing names.
I think I'm having a stroke.
looking
I
at the
want
map,
to.
I go, oh, well, we didn't go through this other door.
So let's.
So, going back to our original entrance room, let's go through the other side of that staircase.
What number would that be?
Whatever
We
the
didn't take a picture. We don't know.
Whatever the entrance room was,
Look
You
at
mean
number
the
one
entrance room.
to the
the
middle
one you said we started here,
and go right.
A 1? You would have to go through the caustic maze to get to that.
Yeah, we're
or
not
we
doing
could just go from the other side of the tunnel from the ooze.
You go. Okay.
Ooh,
We've not been. We've been.
We
Oh,
could
I see.
lose,
I
we
see.
could lose.
I
We
do.
could- we could lose, we could
I do
lose.
tell everyone. I was like, hey, by the way, there's an ooze here. Just stay on this side of the canal, and that's where I point
Did
to
we
the right
find
side.
room 9?
No, because we have not went that direction.
Or was that the illusion room?
You will never find room 9.
Not anymore. Never again.
9.
That's German for no.
Concerned with a giant X decided to kill the illusion.
Yeah, Ragnar. Idiot.
Okay, first of all, you're not wrong.
Don't stress me out.
What's the what thing?
That's the pirate. Sorry, the not pirate.
R.
What's a pirate's favorite letter?
C.
You think it'd be the C, but it's actually R.
I'm a really big fan of it.
Don't anti my joke.
Yes, but it requires 7 C's.
Brandon's just like, let me at it. Let me at it.
Watch for the Pathfinder. Stay for the jokes.
Don't
There's
steal.
very little time.
Mostly jokes.
So did he come from 16?
He who?
The pirate, not pirate guy.
Adderall.
No.
Adderall. That's his name.
Yeah, I gave him to you guys because you need him.
Yeah.
The GM giveth, the GM can take away.
He did not, because it was impossible for him to had, because it was locked. He was looking for the lever to open it. He did not. It was already open. He said he came from the far side of the dungeon.
So we unlocked 16.
Correct. He
That's
did
where
not
he's
know
trying
it
to
was
go.
open until he stepped out, saw that it was open, said you didn't need him. He tried to leave. You didn't allow him to leave.
Sorry, the visual helps. I can't visualize rooms.
Playing a game where you have
I'm-
to physically.
4 walls and a ceiling, my guy.
Maps, like directions.
I'm there now.
I got you.
So,
I dance. We're friends.
Wonderful. There are varying levels of understanding in this room.
It's okay, at least we're all on the same page.
So as we approach this band,
same
What is it?
ballpark. Same
I
place,
sort of cautiously approach and see
What are we
what
talking
he is doing.
different job.
So if I start walking along the sidewalk there,
As you step into the room, the ooze shifts and it begins making its way toward you.
Which
I step out of the room.
Oh, I see. 18.
We're killing it. That's what's happening.
Let's freaking leave.
If the moment I went to cross the river, I would have.
Oh, okay. You didn't say anything.
I was waiting for you to stop, and you just didn't stop.
It didn't stop. So as you step into the room, you see the ooze kind of like shift. You can't tell any like features or expressions to it, but its body language suggests that it's wanting a piece of that. As it starts to shift and move towards you, as you're like, nope, 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 and you move back, he says, yeah, the ooze, it's not very fast. He says you can just run past it. Or sneak past it if you're clever enough. This guy is wholly unhelpful, Burn says.
Thanks. I like sort of shake and all of my chain armor just like jingles and jangles. I will go for the running action.
Two lets.
So to clarify, we're coming back over here.
Yes, you are here, you're going to run
We
that
need to
way.
make it to that door.
Yeah.
All together now.
You are here, you're going to run that way.
Which that door should be open. That door should be open.
As you make a mad dash towards the other side, it becomes apparent that you are probably 33% faster than this thing. Most of you. But even though
What are you looking at me for?
those of you with a head start can outmaneuver it, can outrun it,
Okay.
because by the time you turn and you run past it, it shifts and begins to move towards you, but once you've rounded the corner, it seems to give up pursuit, and it just kind of shifts back to where it was.
Okay.
So you run heading up north along that canal. In doing so, when you turn and look up that canal, it extends forward for probably about 100 feet. You see that there are two bridges, the poorly constructed bridge that you had seen before, and then past that on the far end, that bridge. You do see the canal widens out to either side, moving both to the west and east. You see to the north, though, it has swollen. The canal itself has now completely eaten that entire walkway to the north and is cascading over a small waterfall that used to be stairs. That's new.
That was level number 1.
Oh yeah.
No, I'm saying that to the guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were not given instructions not to pull on the levers.
We weren't even told there were levers.
I don't think that. Okay.
Should we go back and pull a lever?
All the levers.
You're
All
gonna
levers
wait.
have been pulled and they can't be unpulled.
Oh, I wasn't for that.
You're gonna wait. Say that.
We can also just go through, and I point to this door right here. We can just go through that door, go across the hallway, and go into those rooms.
Can we swim? We're not very good.
This is where we're gonna swim.
Can I see the map again?
Yeah, so that would lead you to that one room when you came out that you didn't go into. You do know that does take you up north. So yeah, you can either head down the
Yeah,
hallway
because I'm
or you can-
suggesting we go to those. That's
Yeah.
the 4 rooms I saw on the map.
Yeah, let's
Okay.
do that.
That's what you do?
Those 3 doors are down.
All right. So rather than continuing north, you head to the door heading into that narrow walkway that leads up to the caustic trap room. There is that door on the right. As you open it, there is a short staircase extending up for about 10 feet before you reach the landing. As you begin heading up that walkway. Doodle-doodle-doo.
You're surprised by an emerald dragon named
Nightmare.
Rory.
Nightmare dragon.
I was like, this is an esoteric nightmare dragon. You're all like, that is way too many adjectives.
I don't know.
What is this, a Munchkin card?
As you begin filing up this staircase, when you get to the top, sorry.
Mm-hmm. No. Nope. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
A voice booms out. This voice floods this room and echoes down the hallway that you are heading into. It is loud, so much so that it shakes the walls and dust descends from the ceiling above you as you hear, "Halt! Halt! Halt!"
Why?
I draw my sword.
When you say why, right? This is our library. None shall pass and take what is ours. Turn and head back now.
What if we don't take anything?
This is not permitted. Our territory, our books.
Using ghost sound. I amplify a deep, like Manzerik level deep voice.
You will let us in. Roll me an intimidation.
Oh,
But wait.
that sounded like frightening.
I like the way you think.
I actually have skills in intimidation. Nat 20.
Boom! The only skill you need is the rolling one.
So as you do that and it echoes out, right? You realize in that moment the same kind of volume and feel that what is echoing to you. When it's produced by Perry, it is very similar. You didn't realize it at first, but when you do the ghost sound, it's like, oh, yes. It booms out. You hear items begin to shuffle and turn over as you hear this from the area above you.
I cautiously walk up the staircase.
I draw my sword.
Get my dagger.
I am always behind. Now I have Adderall stuck in my head. What's the dude's name?
Adriel.
Adderall, thank you.
Adderall.
I'm always behind
Methylphenidate.
Adderall. Keep him from.
Just
I will be behind the
open
Tiefling.
the medicine cabinet and name
Just
your
start-
D&D NPCs.
Just start getting more and more like
We need
This
mental
is-
illness unhinged
This
medication.
is Tylenol and acetaminophen.
Sir, cinnamon.
Cinnamon. I'm allergic to cinnamon.
My name is Prestige.
I am Sir a set of
I am
Finn.
depressed.
I am.
Of House Finn. Thank you very much.
I like the name Adriel.
This is Ty of the Lanal dynasty.
Master by on rock.
Queen of the Elves.
I'm doing this
Queen
now.
of the Elves, Cialis.
Oh my god.
This is happening. In my command, I'm going to see how long it takes my players to realize when I am done.
Stepping into this room, it looks at first like a discarded library. There are shelves, tables, papers scattered everywhere. When you step into this room, though, you immediately realize, having had come from the other room, these papers are not disintegrating. It seems that the conditions, the damp, moist conditions, haven't affected them, and upon further inspection, you realize why. It is because they are all relatively new. All these papers have not sat here over years and years and years. When you look about the room, this looks like another area that perhaps had been completely cleared out, much like where you had found Adriel. But as you examine everything, it seems that these things were brought here and kind of haphazardly, like just shoved into corners or places, giving it a very kind of like nest look about it.
Like a rat nest.
Maybe.
Perception check.
You may.
I perceive it smells like Durham.
You don't know what Durham smells like.
21. And I would just sort of, because my brain was going the same way, I just sort of, Darren, is that you?
When you say that and it kind of echoes out, what did you get again?
21 perception.
You get no response. It seems like it's completely void of anything. There's no one here. But as you look about with your 21, you see several of these like papers that are strewed about. You see several magical scrolls in here.
Survival check to see for tracks.
You may.
Can I pick one up and identify it?
You may.
That's an 18.
With an 18, as you look around, you see large rat paw prints just kind of here and there. Some of them look like maybe the rats have run through water of some kind and have scurried over paper. In a place like this, large rats are common. However, these paw prints are exceptionally large. But not so much so that it's like, that's an abnormally large rat. It's just that that's a big rat.
I start calling for Ash.
When you start to call for Ash, Dr. Tone, you walk in and you pick up this first scroll, right? As you lift up the scroll, what do you get taking spellcraft?
10 on spellcraft? Oh, well, I rolled a 17. But
Taking
just
10 on spellcraft.
Just
Okay.
a 10 is a 17.
With a 17, you find a scroll of flaming sphere.
Oh.
When you lift it up, that voice resonates once again through this library as it says, "We told you, this is our library!" And I will need the group to roll for initiative.
Yeah.
Thank God.
Can I keep the 17 I rolled?
Ragnar can't help it if he can't hit something.
Perry.
17.
Oh man.
Manzerik.
13.
Yes.
Damon.
18.
Ragnar.
15.
Oh, are you worried about being the last one?
Tone.
Oh, because it's a 1.
Wow.
2 minus 1, baby.
Admittedly, best time to roll.
Oh yeah, as I pick up a scroll of flaming sphere,
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
which is a druid spell. Isn't it?
No,
I don't think so.
it's not only.
Well, yes.
I think 15.
I rolled for their initiative first. Its initiative first. And I wrote it down, then I wrote all yours down, and then I rolled for their initiative again, and it was the same number, and I went to write it down, and I was like, whoa, I am quick.
It was meant to be. How many times are you gonna circle around them?
A while. A lot.
Oh my god.
Oh, Billy, 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 Billy
I
boy.
really hope this isn't a hawk.
It's not.
I don't
Is
feel
it?
particularly affected.
I don't have any more Chinese.
Boogity boogity, what's going on?
Yeah, I only have 2.
Something spooky going on.
Spoopy!
For E2, 1, and then AV.
Oh, channel 3 was AV.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It really depends on like what year the TV was from, whether they had the AV channel or not.
Oh, yeah. No, ours not.
Then your parents got upset. They're like, "We want to watch the news. There's no channel 3. Unplug the system."
That is not good.
In a sudden flash, you see the air blur around on a shelf, on a shelf on the wall, a bookshelf, the broken table, and the other bookshelf. As the air distorts in a very small area, you see a rat appear, large and gray. But when you look at this rat, you see that there is something very distinct about it. It does not have a rat face. It has a disturbingly human face. It has those 2 buck teeth that extend out, the large ears to either side, but with jawline, nose, and beady black eyes. Its face is disturbingly human-like. As it stands up on its hind legs, it gestures with its tiny rat hands, and I will need a will save from Dr. Tone, Manzerik, Rayado, and Ragnar.
What's that save again?
I'm sorry?
What's that save again?
Will.
Is this a Terry Gilliam movie?
Would he be humanoid? It be humanoid?
The only thing about it that's humanoid is its face.
So it doesn't classify as human.
No. Manzerik?
19 and 6.
You get 6? Who's 6?
Rayado.
Rayado?
Rayado will always be the second number.
Rayado is frightened.
Neat.
Oh, yes.
As a spell?
Yes.
As the condition.
17.
17. Pass.
I would hope so.
20.
Pass. As they chant in tone, you feel that fear wash over you. You all kind of like take a moment and you still yourselves as you're like, no. And you force yourself to stay put. Rayado begins to spin in place as he starts to kind of freak out. Top of the round, Adriel turns towards Damon.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to leave. Is that an option?
Not right now, it's not.
Okay, wonderful. He draws his scimitar and stays put. Damon.
I too stay put.
Okay. Perry.
Step forward. 15, These things, what all do I see? Just the one thing or all 4 things?
You see all 4 things.
And do they appear hostile?
Well, they just cast spells at you.
All of them?
Mm-hmm.
So they have all acted initiative.
They all appeared from nothing and have acted because this was a surprise round because you did not know where they were.
Knowledge nature.
Is it knowledge nature?
Oh. What's it, dungeoneering?
Arcana?
Arcana. Such good. How about a 14?
With a 14, you can identify what these are. These are ratlings. This rat-like creature has tiny human hands in place of its front paws and an unnerving human face with a toothy maw.
I feel like just had this.
Yeah.
The rats that dwell on the walls of old edifices or amid the dripping tunnels of crumbling sewers are not always simple animals. At times, the hidden scrambling of tiny paws comes from sources altogether more sinister and vile. The ratling is a hideous amalgamation of rat and human, a long-haired rodent with front paws that are more like accurately called hands, and a face reminiscent of a leering old man. What ratlings are and do is they are fascinated by all things magic. And so they dwell in places where scrolls or books are held that hold secrets of magic, and they steal and collect them.
It's like a dragon's hoard.
Yes. You may ask one question about ratlings.
Apparently, I have focus.
Kind of special abilities or spell-like abilities. Do they have?
That is 2 separate questions.
Spell-like abilities.
Spell-like abilities. A ratling can constantly detect magic, read magic, speak with rodents, spider climb, and has tongues. 3 times a day, they can cause fear, open a dimensional door, or turn invisible. Once a day, they can summon rat swarms. And once a week, they can use the commune spell, but only when serving as a familiar.
They're not humanoid.
No. The only thing human about them is their weird little hands and their weird little face. Why are you so fixated for them to be humanoid?
I have a spell
So-
that affects humanoid.
As someone who played a charming person in the last campaign, there are so many things that when they're not humanoid, a lot of charm spells go out the window.
Yeah.
I will attempt to throw my dagger on that one.
Yeah.
Nope. Does a
You take a -1 because it's outside your range increment. Yeah, because the dagger is only thrown by 10 feet. It is 20 feet away. That's -1.
Okay. So I rolled a total 23, so 22.
22 will strike your opponent.
I'm thinking of other systems.
Deals 2 points of damage. Unless he's surprised.
He is not. They act first in the surprise round. You are the one to surprise. Gross. You take your dagger, swing it at the rat creature. It kind of throws its shoulder up as the blade hits it, hits the wall, disappears, and reappears in your hand.
Did it appear like it did nothing?
No, it hurt it.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you take another action?
Do you want to be friendly? Not now.
They all chant and tongue. Do they want to do that?
Yeah.
Okay.
I know what it is.
They
I
all
want to say
turn
yes.
You do not want to do that.
Oh, that'd be cool. It waits their turn.
They all begin to chant and tone.
I hate this.
Bunch of rat swarms. Oh, sorry guys. This is how we die.
As they do so, they extend out their hands, and you see in a flash of light, swarms of rats begin to manifest around you. They begin to scurry and scratch.
damage around there.
Oh, yeah. Dealing 3 points of damage to Perry, 4 points of damage to Dr. Tone, 5 points of damage to Manzerik, and 6 points of damage to Rayado, Adriel, and Ragnar. As they begin to swarm over Adriel, Adriel looks down, smacking them away. As he screams, they begin biting into him. As you feel them finding chinks in your armor or digging into your skin, you see them scurrying through Rayado's feathers as he's still freaking out. Ragnar.
I'm going to ignore the swarms and run up to the one on the wall here. I'm 20.
Okay. Okay, bam, bam.
Oh yeah.
I'm going to power attack it. It's going to die. 25.
That will attack your opponent.
17.
17 points of damage
Yes.
to the same one that Perry had struck.
Yes.
As you run up to the shelf, you just kind of turn your axe sideways as just like a giant fly swatter. You just, you see it look up and go, ah! And like when it hits the wall, it is forever like immortalized in that look. As you just kind of Wile E. Coyote cartoon slam it into the wall. The shelf shatters apart as papers go flying.
Ragnar's an artist.
I don't have time for all these shenanigans.
He certainly makes an impression.
I like it. I love it. I want some more of it.
Sorry, I need to check a thing.
Ooh, baby, I love the way you click that mouse.
Cool. All right.
You're welcome.
Do you take any of their actions?
No, sir.
Manzerik.
Do what I did. Do what I did.
I'm gonna take a 5-foot step
That's not that
towards the gang, and I'm attacking.
You may.
Splash, splash. You're gonna put him in
I
that.
assume not the 11.
11 will not strike your opponent. As you step up, you swing at the creature on the bookshelf. It steps kind of half a step back as your blade sinks into the shelf, and it just kind of uses it as a barrier.
I assume Rayado is going to flee.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of rats, so there's a lot of fleas.
Oh.
Oh, this is where we draw the line. I'm being bullied by my gaming group.
Would you have us in
Anyway. Manzerik, you take no other actions. Rayado takes no other actions. Dr. Tone.
Neat. Just for AoE clarity, are those two swarms sharing that one tile that I'm on?
Yeah. Yes.
Is the table
Real dense with rats right there.
good. Is the table difficult terrain?
It is. Or you can either treat it as difficult terrain, or you can
I'm
roll
going to treat-
acrobatics
yeah,
to go.
I'm going to treat it as difficult terrain
Okay.
because the swarm is also difficult terrain.
No. Yes.
Which is it?
Yes.
Spinning, turning bomb, and I'm going to throw it right at that square that they're both on. I'm aiming at the swarm.
Oh yeah, I got you. That's an area effect.
Is that a grenade?
Basically.
Are they gonna catch it for you?
Oh boy.
Chrononos movie.
It's a ranged touch. Nat 20.
Crit threat. Roll to confirm.
Is there critical damage on
I don't think it is.
There's about to be.
I hit them though. That's only a 6. It's a touch attack.
It still would hit them.
However. 4 damage to that tile, so both of those swarms take 4 AoE damage. Plus, every tile around it also takes 4 damage because that's minimum.
Okay.
So I'm gonna let you decide if it's like a stacking 16 damage.
I'm gonna say it just deals. No, I'm just gonna say it just deals that damage. Because if you attack with a one weapon, it's half damage because it's a swarm. If you attack with an AOE damage, it's full damage. That's what you're getting here. Does that make sense?
Full damage out of what the spell would do.
Yeah. I also
Right.
thought AoEs did double damage.
Do they do the double damage?
I thought there was a benefit to
I'm
using
pretty
AoE.
sure it was times 4, but
I thought it was
I'm making stuff up.
I could have been
I was trying to be reasonable and only say times.
Not me. I would never do that.
It's Mega
I hit that one rat with that bubble.
Hey, SD creatures, they dead.
SD
Get them out.
creatures.
Get them out of here.
No.
Max, Flame Spirit is a druid,
It is, yes.
so you can cast a spell.
You do full, not half damage.
Okay.
AoE spell. As it explodes, you see rats flinging into the air as they begin to panic, squeaking and scurrying in a vortex-like shape.
Short NATO, it's rat NATO.
Hilarious. Do you take any actions?
I have no other actions to take.
Delicious. Nope. He runs past you. I want no part of that.
I'm too focused on the swarm.
Oh yeah, good. You should be.
Yeah.
Damon!
I attack the swarm in front of me.
You may.
Bonk.
17.
17 will strike the swarm.
No, shield.
Max damage 14.
Delicious. You take your sword, you swing down into this swarm. You see several rats are cleaved in half as they begin flying off and hitting the walls. You grab some off of your armor, throwing them to the ground as you just straight up stomp others. You're just doing everything you can to murder as many small mammals as you can.
Want to see my Godzilla impression?
You take any actions?
No.
Perry.
I'll move 5, 10, 15, 20 feet next to Ragnar, in front of Ragnar.
Okay.
And I will toss my dagger at the one
You may.
over there
You may.
for 20.
20 will strike your opponent.
For 1 point of damage.
Oh, gosh.
Awful.
You got it.
Yeah, I don't.
As you take your dagger, you throw it, the rat looks at you as it and it disappears back in your hand and ow.
I miscalculated the throw there. Sorry.
Yeah, readjust.
Like,
Yeah, it's by the blade, by the blade. Yeah.
Well, sometimes it's probably like 5-foot increments.
Yeah. Actual things.
Fun on a bun in the sun.
Don't ask how I know how to throw it. How do you know?
Yep. Back in my day, I won an axe throwing competition at Scottish Highland Games. Just
Back to my day.
But you're only 12.
Thank you, Ragnar.
I think I was about 14 or 15.
That's what I said.
Are you just gonna start fighting?
Does a 20 hit you?
Oh yeah.
Oof. I don't like that.
My dex. It's like
My
the
name's Harry.
Like the mask dodging.
21?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Here comes the hurt. Dealing 1 point of damage and 1 point of bleed damage.
Manzerik? Does a 20 hit you?
It does not.
These things are not made to bite.
We have technically done an attack of opportunity with my chain whip. Because it's a 10-foot reach and it moved out of my front and square.
What did
The rat.
I don't like it?
Oh man. Oh man.
Fire engulfed.
Perry and Ragnar, you take 4 points of damage. Dr. Tone, you take 2. Manzerik, you take 3. And Damon, you take 6. I will need everyone that took damage to roll me a fortitude save.
I feel like this is a pretty short time.
16.
Pass.
20 not natural.
Pass.
21.
Pass.
Over 17.
Pass.
I rolled a 17.
Pass. So much pass. Ragnar.
Oh,
Kill.
You may.
powers.
You may kill with powers.
Oh, you already rolled. What'd you get?
I rolled a 1.
Oh no, what'd you roll?
Does a 12 hit you?
No, maybe actually.
I want to verify. Oh. I couldn't remember.
You step up. You look at the ratling. It looks up at you as it steps into the swarm, and you're like, oh no, which one is it? And suddenly you feel something bite your ankle, and you're like, there it is. As you say that and begin like swinging down, Perry goes, how do you know it's that one? Do you take another actions?
No.
It's the only one on 2 feet, like biting me with a human face.
Oh
my god!
Manzerik. It's the ugly one.
They're all
I am going to. I guess I'm just gonna stay there and just keep swinging.
Do
at this
it.
guy.
Do it. Do it.
No.
Okay.
Loser.
Dr. Tone,
It's
didn't you just get
Shut
a
up.
nat one?
Shut up. Ignore that.
I won't. I shan't.
Yeah, can I take a 5-foot step out of the swarm?
Oh, dude.
Dude.
Of course you can.
Okay, I'm going to target specifically this square
You may.
with a ball,
Uh-huh.
such that they don't get hit by it, but this one will get hit by it.
Ah, double swarm
I'm also
damage.
talking straight into.
Yeah, into the mic. Double swarm damage.
It's 16 plus numbers.
Oh, yeah. You want to struggle?
I'm sorry, it's not funny.
They all take 4 damage.
Wonderful.
no.
He wrote it right after 6.
Minimum damage.
As you take your bomb, you throw it, it explodes again, sending rats just kind of like in a fountain in all directions. As you're like, I think my mixture's off. I'm new to this whole bomb making thing.
I turned to that. Is it like 12 parts this, 5 parts this?
No.
Is it?
I think so.
Okay, I shake it and blow it in his face.
You shake up the rat?
No.
Pour down his
Drink
throat.
this. Explosion.
Do you take an action?
I leave.
Damn it.
I take a 5-foot step at an angle this way, and I attack.
Sure.
10.
10 will not hit the rat swarm. Do you take any actions?
No.
Okay. Perry.
Perry is gonna negotiate my way around to where I am flanking, which would provoke, if you so choose it.
21.
Ooh.
Die. Gosh, you have a higher AC than I do.
Cause what?
You see that?
It does. It heals me?
So, I did the math for the first bites, and now that I'm looking at it, I'm like, wait, 1d3 minus 2 is just 1 forever. You take a point of damage and a point of bleed.
Is there bite damage?
Yeah. They are casters.
Yeah.
And then yeah, Ragnar's threatening.
What does that have to do with wheels?
Why
I'm
don't you just write
going to
1?
stab.
I'm sorry?
Taking a stab. Take a stab. 14.
14 will not.
Flight.
16? That will strike your opponent. It wouldn't have hit him if he was still on the shelf.
He's
Not.
He's exceeded his shelf life.
The fleas was too much.
11 Z's.
11 points of damage.
Cheap, huh?
Wow.
That's so stupid.
You slide up beside the rat. It bites you as you just kind of grab it and you start shaking it. And it's like, ah! And you
It's that one.
It is not dead, but it is shanked.
It does wish
In
it
character,
was.
I'll say, you've exceeded your shelf life.
Harry is enjoying this adventure too much.
It wasn't as nice to meet you as I thought it'd be. Take any other actions?
Get the point.
Its turn.
My heart hurts. Is that the face that he makes?
Free 5-foot step.
That's not true.
Cheater.
Yeah.
Why?
I backed into a corner.
It chants and tones. You see a small, tiny purple portal open up.
Cheater.
Does a 5 hit you?
No.
That's why that's what you need to step up.
Does
a
19 hit you?
Nope.
Okay.
I used to have
Glad to be here.
By the way, behind the screen, they have a +3 to their attack. If that tells you what I've been rolling this whole time.
You've been rolling really well.
For these guys that do 1 point of damage under any circumstances.
It doesn't even point it out. You
2-ish
don't have to
because
roll
of
it-
bleed.
You don't have to roll it all for the swarm, so it
Correct.
balances it out.
Correct. Man, you are just like, I love how correct you are about that.
How?
What if I don't?
I don't. What?
As the swarm moves up to swarm over Tone, Manzerik, and Damon, Ragnar, as you turn around, you see the rats that rush at you in a wave just kind of and disappear back into the ether.
They ran out of ether, man.
So no matter how much you click the mouse, nothing happens. 6 points of damage, Tone.
Oh my.
5 points of damage, Manzerik. 2 points of damage, Damon.
I'm so delighted.
I'm loving it.
I'm happy.
I'm having a lot of fun here.
Yeah.
Whew.
That's funny.
Fun on a bun. Ragnar.
Can I jump on the table and attack him?
Oh
Will I
yeah.
have the high ground?
Oh yeah. No. Because you're sharing the same elevation as he
Am I
is.
going to need to roll to jump?
Yes. Or you can treat it as difficult terrain.
Well, either way, it's 18. I think.
Oh, you so on that table.
Yeah.
You are the table.
Yeah.
Power attacking him with a 16.
16 will strike your opponent because you're on the same
Do I
elevation.
need to roll for death?
That's typically how this game goes.
10 plus probably
23.
12.
Oh god.
I told you he's dead.
You jump up on the table. It kind of, as you Evil Dead him, like just Army of Darkness, excuse me. As you just swallow this rat thing whole, you got to like see the actual terror in its face because it's very humanoid. You get a lot from that. Do you take any other more disturbing actions?
No.
Okay.
Yes.
I don't know if I'm perplexed or stunned.
Aroused. Manzerik.
That one.
Oh.
The 19 hit this guy.
Oh yeah.
You big red. Kool-Aid Big Red.
Actually,
The Kool-Aid Man?
He's big and red.
They're friends. That's his nickname.
Big Red's a
to be
chewy
3 points of damage.
And if you were to ask him, does he know Shane? He would respond.
Oh yeah.
And that'll be it.
You swing up, clipping into the side of this thing's shoulder as it looks down and it looks up at you. Squeak.
Squeaking, squeaking.
Do you take any action? Dr. Tone.
I just weep.
You may.
Can I leave the swarm and go around the table? Yeah.
There.
So I am very swiftly running out of slots for things to do. So I
Flip
think
it back and forth, baby.
That is way outside your range.
You can go one more.
can I move one more tile over and get the guy on the shelf?
Oh yeah.
That's 20 pounds.
Ooh. Maybe 21.
That will strike your rat opponent.
Die, die, die.
Ooh.
6 damage.
Heck yeah.
Is he dead?
You're a terrifying damage dealer. As you run up and whoosh, striking into this thing's back, it lurches forward as it realizes that it is getting attacked from both sides. Do you take any actions?
I'm actioned up.
Okay. Damon,
Let me attack this thing.
you may attack the
I'm gonna attack it.
you too.
Alright, let's see. 16.
Damage?
16 will attack the swarm.
I'm okay with that. Again, 14 points of damage.
Gracious. There are not a lot of rats left, but they're still attacking you, what few are left. As you still start throwing them into the wall, kicking them across the floor, swinging your blade, they start to scatter and just kind of become confused, but they are maintaining kill this guy. Do you take any actions?
Nope.
Parry.
Harry is going to move aside. The side backward tone on a backwards diagonal, I believe. Yep, right there. And throw my dagger.
Neg one.
Net one. Into the thing. That'd be a 15, so 14, so no.
You throw it at this thing, it ducks as the dagger just kind of like and reappears in your hand. Do you take any actions?
No.
Two of them? Or just the one returning back?
It's run return.
Just the one.
Okay.
You see the rat swarm next to Ragnar disappear. Damon, you take 2 points. Manzerik, you take 3.
Yay.
Here comes some bites.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Oh no, it needs to teleport, but it can't. This thing kind of like squares up. It lurches at Manzerik, and very much like that cat in the video, it goes and just drops to the ground. It's like taking fall damage because I said so. Ragnar.
Hey,
Cleave.
buddy. That's 20.
I figured.
That's dead.
Just for kicks.
23.
He did 20 more points of damage than he needed to.
Nice.
Wait.
You
25.
gross. You grab this thing, you hold it up, it's looking at you, and you kind of go
Stop.
like the abominable snowman with Daffy Duck. You just like
I'm a hug helmet, squeeze helmet, hold him.
hold him, George.
Has anybody ever read of Mice and Men?
I've heard of them.
It's a terrifying joke now in Bugs Bunny.
Here was the best of books and the worst of books. It is Mice Man, right? Or is that the Tell-Two City?
That's Telltale.
Ah! Anyway,
Sounded good either.
all of our viewers are like, stay out of the comments section, all of you. There's no one watching.
It's sad but true.
What happened? Where are we? Oh yeah, Ragnar. Manzerik!
Hello.
I might just get out of this summon thing and let other people deal with it. It's not good. I'm going to leave the room and go find Rayado.
Loser.
I'm just gonna let y'all deal with it. I don't feel like I'm gonna do anything to a swarm.
Dr. Tone.
It's fine. It's alright. I'll just look around, see if there's any more magical scrolls around me.
You may.
There's nothing I can do versus these swords.
Damon.
It kills the mayor.
19
19 will attack the swarm.
and 12 points of damage.
as you start just swinging wildly, pulling them off of the back of your neck and throwing them across the room, they disperse and run in all different directions as you're like...
Wild eye.
You see me picking up a book, and I was like, oh, I've read this treatise before.
Do you mind? We're in the middle of something.
I point to the other swan.
Perry.
Yes.
Then
There's
I'll
still a
like
swan.
3,
Oh, yeah.
Jeez.
2, 1.
Will do anything. I'm gonna use a heal check to stop my bleed.
You may.
Help. I need somebody.
Nope.
Okay.
Help.
Do you do anything besides bleed?
I attempt to bandage it up.
You may. And the last swarm disappears. And just like that, we are out of combat.
That is why I was waiting, Damon.
The X factor kicks in.
Me and Perry are both bleeding.
Help, doctor.
Doctor.
Give me the news.
27.
And stop bleeding. Thank you.
17 on myself, which I think is enough to stop a bleed. But I would have taken 1 more point of bleed. I'm also not looking too good.
Same.
I mean,
If I put a number to it, low.
Also not looking super hot.
you're a frog and you're a teeth. Never looked that great. Okay.
Thanks, Perry.
Once I find Rayado,
I like aggressively tie the last bandage so it hurts a little bit.
As you begin walking down, you kind of like are in a quickened pace to find Rayado. You see Adriel walk up holding Rayado, and he's still like squirming, and Adriel is just covered in scratches. I tried to be helpful.
I appreciate you, friend. Thank you so much.
Mm-hmm.
Come with us. I shake his hand of like in gratitude, and then kind of chime Rayado for scratching me.
He walks in with the rest of you. He says, "Sorry, fam. Had to go get the raptor. You all understand."
It looks like you're somehow in worse shape than I am.
Very hurt.
Who is in the worst shape right now? I'm gonna do a heal check to see. Ooh, they're 14.
The 14 you'd be able to.
Okay, who's in the worst shape?
38 out of 51.
One. I'm a little over, like,
A
barely.
little over half.
17 out of 50.
Okay. With
We both
cure light wounds.
I did.
casting Death Watch. I'm like, oh no.
I've been around this number.
He has a
since
dark orange color.
Burnt umber.
the
even.
health you gave me earlier. I meant for the.
You cure 11 points.
Oh.
I also cure you for 8.
Oh.
As we both just slap.
I like that.
So what is this place? Is this an old library?
Can I continue looking for like spell switch?
Roll me perception.
I do that.
Sure. Yeah, one. I'm gonna keep going.
20.
So with a 20, you start collecting wands and scrolls. There are much of them.
Oh god.
Relatively speaking. As you begin to collect them, you kind of stop as you look up at Manzerik, who's picking up dead rats.
I rolled.
They've disguised the scrolls to look like rats.
They need to be very. No.
Rayado starts eating the rats.
God, Rayado. Stop.
No, they need a proper burial. They're my friends.
In this one dungeon alone, I've seen you drag like 8 things out of Rihanna's mouth.
It's a problem. It is a real.
What do you get taking 10 on spellcraft?
21.
Spellcraft is a 17.
With a 21, you would be able to identify all the things.
I identified them.
Hang on, I gotta look
They
at.
are
Scroll.
scrolls. That's what they are.
Permanency.
God.
That would be a very long scroll.
It just keeps going.
And you got going and going and going and
Because it's a page per like level of the spell.
It's a foot.
Yeah.
The scroll is a foot
So it's
per
fine.
level. So
So-
if it's a 9th level spell, it'd be 9 feet long.
I thought it compounded. Like, level
Permanent?
3, whatever.
Because
Permanence
in
is not
a-
a 9th level spell.
in a wizard book, it's a page per level of the spell in the book.
It's not a 9th level spell.
Permanency is fair.
Well, if it was a 9th level.
Oh,
it'd
you're
be
saying
9 feet
if.
long. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was like,
Anyway.
it's not a 9.
So you find amongst all of this garbo a wand of cure light wounds with 20 charges on it.
Oh my god. I'm immediately gonna start using that thing.
I'm playing drums with it.
A wand of magic missile with 15 charges
I'll
on
let you
it.
have that.
Thank you.
You are still holding the scroll of flaming spear.
That's in my
It's
inventory.
flaming fear.
Thank you.
Same as there.
A scroll of mirror image. And a scroll of summon monster. Monster.
Level 1? Because there's like 5 levels to it.
Level 5?
It is a scroll. You read the name, you're not sure what it means without a knowledge planes check. It is a scroll of summon Eophanite.
Planes would be a 17.
With a 17, you know what an Eophanite is.
21.
You also know what an Eophanite is. This disc of flying metal is about the size of a wagon wheel and burns with a yellow-white flame. This is a type of angel.
I was getting ready to joke that it sounds like a biblically accurate angel.
It is a bit.
Eophanites comprise of unique classification of messenger angel. Energetic, enthusiastic, impulsive, and outgoing, it constantly looks for ways to aid forces of righteousness in the wars against fiends and villainy. As a being of pure righteous spirit in a burning physical form, an Eophanite is often confused for an exotic form of harbinger or lantern archon. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah. And what did you get altogether?
You got a 21.
21?
21.
You asked 2 questions about the Eophanite.
Special abilities.
Radiance. An Eophanite usually glows with a golden light equivalent to that of a candle in battle. Its glow increases, filling the area within 5 feet. An Eophanite can suppress or resume this glow as a free action. Additionally, as a standard action at will, an Eophanite can intensify its glow to reproduce the effects of the spell flare. A creature can resist this effect, blah, 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 blah. Also, shield form. Once per day, an Eophanite can transform into a +1 spiked light shield sized for a small or medium creature. An Eophanite cannot communicate or use any of its other abilities while in this form. Once it transforms, it cannot change back for 24 hours, though the spell Break Enchantment can end the transformation early. An Eophanite regains its full hit points when it shifts back to its normal form. If the shield is destroyed, the Eophanite is killed.
Special defenses.
It has DR, asking what the DR is and what overcomes it is a separate question. It is immune to fire and petrification. It is resistant to acid, cold, electricity, has spell resistance.
This might be a separate question that I won't get, but do those characteristics carry over if it's used as a shield? Okay.
Oh, if it is directly attacked, yes, but you don't transfer to you.
Okay.
Yes. So if somebody directly attacks the shield, then it functions like a +1 spiked
Light
shield,
yeah.
but its HP remains the same.
Okay.
Its DR remains the same, so
What
How
category
hurting?
was the wand?
a magic missile? It
36.
is 1. Because you're asking how many missiles you shoot at a time?
Heal 10.
I'm almost full.
Welcome to the healing portion of Pathfinder.
Heal another 8.
As you can see,
I'm Gucci.
Our doctor is healing a barbarian.
So the moment I'm like, this is one to cure light wounds, I'm like, ding, 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 ding.
Please.
I mean, I could take a ding.
One ding for you. Only 3.
That's fine.
You keeping up with them dings
Yeah, actually.
and things?
How low are you?
And leans?
I am.
Imagine with a 22 base 10 hill check. I know how.
I'm above half.
That's not what he asked.
7 for you.
Nice. The wand likes you.
Are you still needing some more parry?
I mean, I'm down by 12.
I'll give you a double ding.
Double ding.
11.
Hey.
I would have. Rihanna would also know that.
We're just gonna use all 20 charges.
I really needed it because I was just running out of spell slots. Reality get to 11s.
As you go to cast on Rihanna, he bites the one.
I just pressed the button twice while that's it.
It's a button.
No, stop. I'm gonna work on this with you.
How low is Rayo still?
Oh, 11? Yeah, he's full health now.
You get nothing!
I'm fine with that.
Onward.
Alright, check the stairs.
Checking the stairs.
They are
We used 12 charges.
leading somewhere.
You, after gathering all this up, kicking some dead rats out of the way, looking at Manzerik with his small collection that has slowly been eaten, you make your way up another very small flight of stairs that only ascends up 5 feet. It comes out into a landing where you see that there is a hallway that stretches to your left, heading directly north. This hallway has 3 doors, one on the left, one on the right, and one directly on the far end. The 2 doorways are about 20 feet from you, where the door at the very far end is 30 feet from you. In this room, you see a ladder affixed to the wall, a metal ladder that is fixed to the wall that rises up, and you see like a manhole cover directly above you that the ladder leads to.
Is there holes in the manhole cover?
Do it.
I'm asking Melly needs to send me a
Oh.
picture of the map.
Bless you.
Thank you. Is there holes in the top of the...
It's just a solid plate.
Get it right now.
Why don't we check the rooms first?
Why are you very sleepy all of a sudden?
I've been sleepy.
Oh, he's been dozing this whole time.
Don't even.
I do want to see where this manhole cover leads.
We can do that after. Let's
What?
check the rooms.
I climb up and I
pull him down.
As
Or
you
at least his pants.
do it.
he pants his way. I climb to the top and I kind of push it up to kind of peek through.
You step up to the ladder. As you reach out and grab it, you reach up to grab the other rung. As you grab hold of it, you go to let go of this one and you cannot. You feel the ladder begin to shift. As you look up, you see the manhole produce teeth in a ring in its entirety. You see the manhole itself dips in to reveal a throat, as what was a ladder appears to be now a tongue. As you are stuck to it, and I will need the group to roll for initiative.
Oh,
Yeah,
thanks for healing us for
I'm gonna let this happen. I told you not
You know,
to.
it's been a while since you thrown a mimic at us.
I can't remember the last time I
Can't
did.
either.
I can. It was a chest. It was the most iconic thing.
I mean, the chain wasn't a mimic in that kicked our butts.
Yeah, that was true.
Oh, yeah.
That was dumb.
Imagine being
That was
level
funny.
14 being
And with the bucket.
With a
The
bucket.
chain and bucket, yeah.
The
I'm gonna watch
party,
this happen.
the party gets back. What happened?
Go ahead and place your characters where you feel like they should be.
I should be far away from
About
that
right
mimic.
there.
I can't reach that.
Would you like to put the frog right here?
Sure.
Would you like to put the raptor right here?
Wherever I'm not gonna be.
Would you like to put you right here?
Just place me somewhere. on
I'm
that
already
board,
at
man.
mouthful.
Cool. So everybody's safe and comfortable with where I had placed their characters?
Sure.
Oh, okay. Oh, there's a picture. What's locked?
It's no longer.
It's no longer?
Well, it is.
Well, if it's a lock, it can either be shortened or lengthened.
Lock
depending
is
upon...
just a different word for lake.
Oh. That's how they get Loch Ness Monster. Oh,
Yeah. It actually is.
Literally.
Or unless we're talking about like a series, a part of a canal,
Right.
where you lock the
Locks.
boat in and you float it or sink it.
Yeah. Or raise it to different sea
Oh
levels.
boy,
That's why it's a
that's
up
a
and down.
thing I didn't know did.
It's not really up and down, it's more like up.
Well, the Loch Ness
It's a
Monster
series
has
of cubes,
Yeah.
rectangles,
What's wrong with the Loch Ness
prisms,
Monster?
if you will.
Prisms.
It's not just a truck you can dump things on. It's a series of tubes.
What?
The internet.
You lost me.
Now that I know you're talking about the internet, I'm there.
Perry.
Oh,
Oh yeah, we rolled initiative.
yeah, 26.
Things were
Broken.
said.
Manzerik.
25.
I was here.
What the
Holy
hell?
cow.
23.
Stop.
I felt good.
You throw
I
a
know, it's
mimic
like
at it.
18.
I don't want to hear it.
20.
You thought he was good.
Yeah.
I'm so sad. I need you to know I rolled a nat 20.
You're still
It's
going.
only a 19.
You're still going fast.
Oh, that's so funny.
Because as people kept saying the numbers, I was like,
Oh,
freaking
really?
We still love you, Berta.
But your dice don't.
I rolled a 20!
Your stats don't.
Yeah.
So here we've entered a paradox because this is equally a surprise round and no one is surprised by that.
No, believe me, we are very surprised by this.
You might be. I told you not to do it.
Yeah, intuition.
Intuition. I just didn't want to go up the stairs yet.
Right.
I would have done it if we would have went through the other doors.
This creature wraps that ladder-like tongue around you, scooping you up and lifting you 5 feet into the air, which is 5 feet above where you were and 5 feet below where it now is. As it wraps you up, the ladder begins to constrict you, dealing 7 points of damage.
Ow. Good thing you didn't get healed.
Why do I not have the spell Liberating Command? That's the question of the hour.
Yeah,
That's a good question. Why don't we ask the person who didn't do it?
I am.
Hey, bro.
I am looking at the mirror.
To be fair.
To be
fair.
To be
I can
fair.
also cast that now. I was prepared.
Yeah, Max.
I don't know if I can or not. Probably not.
I know I
Maybe.
can. It's called Smash.
That's not a face you want to see the DM make.
Um,
Just read an ability that he did not realize.
Top of the round, Perry.
It has acted.
Oh yeah.
Is it threatened?
No.
Oh. Are you sure?
Yes.
Ew. A peanut?
I expected that to be crunchy and it wasn't, and it was so upset. Imagine expecting like a nice crunch sound.
And then just
Imagine something being expecting something to be soft and it's instead crunchy.
Oh.
That's the worst.
I think it's about the same tier in
These
my head.
bananas
Brock
are bad.
Wars.
So those wings the other night, were the ones that you brought, you expect to be like, oh, these are actual wings. They're all boneless.
So
Funny.
I had a friend named Shad, and he was sad about a thing. I had sad Shad, and he was eating cereal out of the box, and he's like, "Man, it's just not fair. These are stale." And just the way he said that, because he just like stops, he looks at the box, he's like, "These are stale."
Robin Hood. Of course I do it to thumb.
I'll move adjacent. In the corner.
So mechanically, how this is working, it is too high for you to reach with a melee. I know you can throw your thing.
Okay, then just
But-
take me 5 feet back.
But I am explaining this for everyone. You'll have to share the square with it to technically be under it, to hit up at it. But since it is holding Damon, It has a bonus to its AC for partial cover.
What if I want to just hit both of them?
I rolled engineering.
You have to hit one or the other. To understand what you're looking at here, you may.
What'd you roll?
Which gives you,
Which gives me, a 13.
with a 13, you don't know what this is.
Okay.
This is a thing of nightmares.
Yep. I'm
Is it
gonna throw my dagger at it. With a 24.
The 24, you will strike the mimic.
Allegedly dealing 1 point of damage, perhaps.
Starting off strong.
Allegedly.
You throw your dagger, the dagger hits into it, stabs into the creature, and then you see it, and it doesn't come back to you.
Come on, no.
Go.
Huh.
Yep.
And this wasn't an agile dagger, right?
No, it's a returning dagger. Yeah.
Sure it wasn't an agile returning dagger?
Pretty certain.
I haven't wrote down that it was. It was
I
crazy.
wrote it down like that.
I wrote down I have a pet dragon.
A nightmare dragon.
Well, I mean,
An esoteric nightmare dragon.
it's a dinosaur.
Oh,
It's the same
dude.
thing.
What does it have to be called esoteric? That's different every time.
That's all I
It's a nightmare dragon, but he loves to dress up.
Manzerik.
That's not what esoteric means.
It means in my head. Already.
To me, it does.
Okay, so I'm gonna walk
We're gonna change your reality.
10
to
feet.
suit my own.
Forward.
to be adjacent to it. What happens if I just like try to hit it?
You can't from there.
Yeah, you have to share the square with it.
Don't.
I don't want.
Here goes my returning dagger, didn't it?
Dude, Perry's just like,
Shoot it with a fireball.
My favorite adjective about my dagger isn't a thing anymore.
that's just a dagger.
Can you describe the item for the creature again for us?
It's a manhole cover, but the edges have teeth. The middle of it has receded into a throat, and the latter is now a tongue.
Is the tongue still made out of wood?
It's not made out of any of these materials. It's a living creature.
Okay, just making sure.
Biological horror.
You got this, buddy. I believe in you.
Kick his ass, Damon! Oh god, this is my nightmare.
There's nothing I can do. I'm going to detect poison. Because I can't. No, I'm gonna no direction. Because I can.
It's that way.
Oh boy.
As its tongue wraps around you, you see it begin to shake as it begins to crush you, dealing 11 points of damage.
No.
Not yet.
You see Damon cough as blood spurts from his mouth, and this thing begins to constrict. Damon!
I have a -4 on my escape artist, so I'm just gonna try a straight strength.
You can make an opposing grapple check. You can't over grapple.
I'll make an opposing grapple check.
That sounds sticky.
What's that based off of though?
It's your CMB.
Something about getting
Combat
out.
maneuver bonus or defense?
It's just straight up your CMB. You roll plus your CMB
Oh,
versus its
alright.
CMB. You also get a -4 because you're currently
He
in grapple.
goes into the mouth.
That one!
Just eat me.
Damon's story ends here, people.
It pulls you up, wrapping you more so. As you get to the mouth, you all see the teeth wrap around Damon's upper half as it starts to...
That's comforting. I'm not comforted.
I have your gear to survive.
The thing you hate.
Ragnar!
You've become the very thing that's trying to destroy you.
Alright, to clarify, cannot reach from ground.
You'll have to share the square, but... Yes, you'll have to share the square.
To actually hit the thing.
Stand
Correct.
directly under.
Yes.
Okay.
It has 3 bonuses going for... I'm sorry, it has 2 bonuses going for it, though. 1, the high ground, and 2, it has partial cover.
Can I just kill Damon? Just help it out.
You just leave? Oh!
Hey guys, we should take a long rest.
We'll come back when we got more spell
I don't,
slots.
I don't want to watch this happen.
Damon, I can't watch you die.
I look up.
I
I look up at you. I'm like, do you trust me?
No.
I can't hear you. My head
Oh,
is inside an esophagus.
He's not saying trust me. I don't want to rage.
Oh no.
So, as you look up at him, you roar out. That ichor begins to roll from your eyes and mouth, dripping at your feet. As your joints begin to twist and distend, that black ichor exuding from your elbows, shoulders, wrist, and the knuckles of your fingers, as your arms become distended and gross. You are now raged.
Can I do a call shot to drop it to where he would drop down?
Yes, you may.
Alright, roll that 20. Net 20.
Oh, it was right beside it. It is a 23 though.
23 will strike your opponent.
That's unfortunate. I almost saved you in one swing.
You may have still.
Whatever's 16 and 11, so 27.
27 points.
No.
Hang on, I've got to go buy it.
If it's 5, it's 22.
You step under, swinging up. You do not step under. As he is standing away from this, 5 feet away from this creature, he swings. You hear this like crunching and slithering noise as his arm extends up 10 feet to hit this thing. It screeches out, shaking, as your axe sinks hard into it. And I will need you to either roll me a reflex save or a strength check. Yeah.
So 13.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
As you hit this thing, you're like, yeah! As you go to like pull your axe back, it is stuck to this thing. And you cannot pry it loose, nor can you let go of it.
Yeah, I know.
Did you add that extra D6?
Yeah, I did.
Nice.
Do you take any other actions?
Next time I just gotta kick it and it goes in further.
He just bicycle case just jumps out.
He pulls out a hammer. Dr. Tom!
Oh my god.
I love the look Amos gave me. He's like, a mimic? Yeah.
That's a good
The more you know.
You like that
for this
mimic?
area, that's clever.
I was like, that ain't a way out, is it? That's why I was like,
We're too far down for that to be a way out. Just like that.
We went upstairs.
5 feet.
Nope. Let him cook,
They
boys.
fell down 30.
No, I maintain that this was a smart idea.
I mean, it could have been like that was clever.
I imagine you two actually having this conversation. Be like, we're so low underground. No, I'm not. This is not my fault. Perry, you're the next playable character to go.
Okay, I know what I'm doing.
I'm gonna hate everything I'm about to do.
We'll do it.
Do it.
I'm going to run underneath this ladder.
Uh-huh.
And with the black chained hand, I'm just gonna reach up and try to do a touch attack on this thing.
You.
And give it the touch of evil.
I think this thing's fine with that.
Okay. Maybe not. To touch, it's only a
4. What do you mean, maybe? Your chain glows. This black miasma just appears around your hand. As you run underneath it, you... You still have it. It's there. Ready to touch something. Do you take it in action?
I weep.
You may.
3 points in
It dies. No, I'm just
Oh,
kidding.
nice.
So,
Oh.
as you're being eaten, you feel something like hit it, and it goes...
But I hit it.
Come on. Oh, you can hit it harder.
Manzerik.
Not really.
I summon an eagle inside of this thing,
Has to be a space.
And you have to be able to see it.
I can look.
That
I am
you have an
standing-
eagle in your beehole.
I can see up in that area, right?
It's an unoccupied space.
No, it's eating him.
It's very
I mean,
occupied.
it still has a gaping maw still.
That's filled with Damon.
There's nothing else that can be in it.
Well, there's an axe beside it.
And a dagger.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
can't. Well, first off, you can't summon a creature into an occupied space. And second off,
Well,
that space is doubly occupied.
Get boned. I don't know. I don't have nothing. I literally cannot do anything.
I was excited for you to summon an eagle and watch it just stick to this thing.
That's what I was gonna do. I was just gonna have it start pecking it. Like,
You still can.
I mean, I can't though because it's occupied.
You're not
Summon
summoning
that
it
one
outside
to
of
it.
the space and it.
No, that's not how that works. That's not mechanically how
You have
can't
another
summon it in
bird.
the spot.
I'm not sacrificing that. I'm sacrificing a bird that's only gonna be around for 4 rounds. Yeah, I summon this. I summon an eagle next to it. It flies the 5 feet as a free 5 foot
Why?
fly.
Free flag.
So the first attack is a 14.
That will not strike your
The
opponent.
second one is an 18.
That will strike your
And the
opponent.
last one is a nat 1.
Wonderful. Go ahead and roll damage for that second hit.
I already did. Both of them are 4. Oh, I'm sorry. The first attack was a 17, not a 14.
That will not attack it. No, not strike it. So you just hit it the one time?
It's one time.
Okay. And so your eagle, I'll need either a reflex save or a strength check.
Yeah, that's gonna be twice. You don't have to tell me twice. That's a 19.
So the eagle slices into this thing. You see its claws start to become stuck as it bats its wings, pulling away. It rears in to like peck at this thing. When it does, its face goes, and you just see it kind of, and its head stuck to the side of this thing. It is now effectively grappled.
That's fine.
Okay. Do you take any actions?
That's gonna be it.
Oh boy.
Couldn't have strapped a hand grenade to it or something.
Do I have a hand grenade?
I pull out a bomb.
Do you want to be hit by a hand grenade?
The eagle takes 10 points of damage.
Yeah, that's
You take 8. No. Damon.
Either a
It's
heart-
thundering.
There's either a
It's thunder.
heart on the outside or there's definitely Michael
I'm
doesn't own it.
gonna try strength check. to
Is he
pull-
just grappled?
Oh yeah, opposed. Yeah, never mind. Opposed grapple.
Well, I'm saying you can make an unarmed strike.
Or one-handed attack.
19.
As you continue to struggle, Ragnar.
If I was to pull it free, would I still be able to swing?
I'll call it a move action.
Okay. So strength check to
Mhm.
unstuckify it. That is an 18.
18 will unstuck a fire axe. As you begin to pull on it, as it pulls apart, you see its skin coming with it, as if it's just stuck to this thing. And then suddenly it and comes off, just suddenly, just.
Lovely.
Not 15.
15 will not strike your opponent. As you swing, completely missing this thing, as it pulls. I have a question. Never mind. As you swing, completely missing this thing as it draws Damon away. This is mine. Do you take an action?
No.
Dr. Tone.
Do it.
Second person was the first, I guess.
I
Does that
think
answer your question?
Can I touch Damon?
With the
spell
eagle
that we
hand?
have prepared.
Well, it's
No.
just,
I'm willing.
You would sacrifice that spell if you cast something else.
Yeah, the spell would
You have
fizzle.
touch,
It's
the touch of evil.
Are you talking about the wand? If he uses the wand, not casting a spell, use the wand.
I still think it would.
It's a spell.
okay.
Like,
The one that he has
It
prepared.
says it's there until he touches someone. He doesn't have to concentrate on it.
Okay.
Because it even says accidentally. So yeah, I will allow you to use wand. And you still maintaining evil touch spell.
how low are you?
All the way to the blue.
Okay. I'm gonna use one.
Oh, he's not. He's definitely above.
Woo! 9.
Max heals.
That's golden. You heal him.
Thanks, you have now given me 2 turns to be alive.
I can now swing twice.
Harry.
3 points.
Ooh,
Again.
delicious. As you shoot another small orb that slams home.
Avada Kedavra!
Manzerik.
That's just hopeful.
Boogity
Wishful
boogity.
thinking here. Quick, scare it!
Abracadabra.
Maybe it'll drop me.
You just pull out a feather, coochie coochie, ooh, and it just spits you out.
Oh, that's the secret this whole time.
And it doesn't stick to it.
Skulls,
It's
full
weird.
skeletons, like
So-
a half-eaten body just falls out
all
of
the
it.
blue.
Oh, think about it.
Does it have a
There's
special
still
defense against
box
being
of
tickled?
feathers on it, and it won't stick to anything.
Yes.
Okay.
That's what I'm trying to do.
Tickle a mimic. I
I'm a
don't
ticklist.
know if that would ever work.
Like one way to find.
Try it.
Well, there's a bird up there right now, so.
It's not.
It's not there anymore.
I killed it. Real
It
easy.
went back to its home plane. We did.
Wait, dotted.
Because I don't know if Nature Ally works the same way. Because summon monster with the cleric spell, you call forth a celestial or fiendish spirit and you put it into the form
Yeah.
of the animal you summon it as.
I
So,
summon. I didn't know this much.
Okay.
I wasn't paying attention enough. I summon a small air elemental, and it flies up into it to also get eaten. Then it does a slam attack.
Cool.
It doesn't do jack shit.
I summoned the angel, whatever it was.
It's
Like Yo
a-
Skibbity?
It attacks with a 14.
It looks like a fly trap. We're all just stuck to it. Like, this sucks. What?
14.
To attack it?
Yeah.
No.
But I just gotta tell you guys, I really love hanging out together.
oh, thanks.
Are you sad because you're about to
Die.
die? I'm confused.
Damn, you're really out of spells now.
Yes. Share with the rest of us.
Agdarel takes his crossbow. He shoots it. It screams. It falls from the ceiling to the floor. Nat 20, 18 plus 2 to confirm. Confirms his critical strike against the creature with the crossbow. It drops to the ground. I am not joking. I did not make that up. It hits the ground as Damon, like, you feel the impact, but you are still very stuck.
Right. How much damage did he do?
Him, he did 18 points of
Cut
damage.
through the crossbow. Jeez.
Yeah.
I hate every.
I'm in so much pain.
I look at it and I was like, where was that, like, 12 seconds ago?
Well, that's a weird way of saying thank you.
Whoever that was, thank you.
Say it, the fellow half-wolf knows. He grabs you by your ankles. He starts pulling you, but he drags the mimic with you.
I grab the mimic and start pulling the other direction.
Oh.
You are stuck to it. You pull, after some tugging that I'm not going to make you roll for, you free Damon as he looks down at you. Oh! You good, mate. You good.
Are you sure? Like half my face is slid off my skull from the digestive juices.
If this was a show, it'd be like you standing up and you're like, are you sure? And he's just like, oh, yeah, mate, you're fine. You're stuck to it. So, some tugging and pulling. You free yourself from the
and
thing.
lie so.
Yes. Fun thing, it says once you are grappled, you will be grappled until it is dead. There's no getting yourself free.
No kidding.
Damon, 18 health points.
Thank you.
So my dagger,
Sorry.
even though it magically returns.
Yes.
It is is being occupied. It is in the possession of another creature. Yeah.
But I'm able to, over time,
Rend it free. Yeah. So if you were to throw it like in a mire or something that would get it stuck, it would come back to you. If a living creature has it in its possession, then no.
Okay.
So if someone catches it, if a monk catches it, then now he has your dagger.
So I stand up, I'm like, "Rah!" And then I think better of it. I'm not gonna kick it.
Stupid.
Stupid. Stupid.
Time to cut your foot off then.
It's only logical
You
choice.
just give him a rusty hacksaw. Good luck. Good luck.
I would also end my rage.
Who? Thanks, guys.
Good to know.
That was the singularly most unpleasant experience I've ever had.
Ding, ding, ding.
Yeah? That wasn't on the map.
This thing begins to suddenly heave as if in death throes. As it does so, you see its mouth begin to open as it vomits forth many much bones, clothing, several rusted swords and items, and loot.
Loot?
Yes.
So...
This loot.
Thanks, Damon.
It's a magical instrument.
Dang it, why isn't it a flute?
I know, right? Are you sure it wasn't a loot?
No, it's
Look,
not. It
a
doesn't-
flute and the skeleton of a giant rat-like humanoid.
No,
I'm going home.
he said he's a abominable musical instrument. Never said what kind, so we'll just assume it was an
We
organ.
know it's a flute.
He literally said it was a flute.
It was an organ.
I get it, but no.
Huh?
An organ, like an organ in your body. But an organ that you
The
play.
disappointment.
Oh, did it really vomit up a flute?
No, that was a
Yes.
joke. That was a joke.
I wish.
He
that
said
would have
lute.
been very clever.
This was the boss of the dungeon.
Yeah, I mean,
Eli, what did this thing throw up?
So
Please get us on track.
it throws up 350 coins. I'm sorry, 350 gold pieces worth of coins of varying types.
cheers.
It's raining.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. It also vomits up 5 human bane arrows.
Look at those two again.
Oh, what?
Why?
That's just my assumption. That's what we always do.
The only part of the armor, as you begin kind of like sifting through all this armor, it's rusted, ripped apart, most of it's crushed. You do find a set of scale mail armor that is not crushed.
Is it magical?
It is not.
Oh,
But it's
That's where I'm
not
at.
crushed.
Scale mail? Do you want a scale mail?
No.
Depends on if it's better than my half plate.
it's not.
Do you want scale mail?
I'm currently wearing this one.
Do you want mimic vomit scale mail?
No.
+1 resistance to crushing.
Depression?
Yeah, crushing.
Oh, crush.
But sure.
Crushing depression?
The scale mail of Prozac.
The gold, by the way, would be 58 apiece, and we would all get 6 silver, and I would let him get 7 silver.
Ooh.
Because it's a third, 58 and a third.
And there wasn't a returning agile dagger in there.
But there is a returning dagger.
There was a returning deck.
Yeah.
And it gave it the agile feat. That's so cool.
With all the money that you have.
All 103 gold that you probably have.
It's a
300?
mimic.
235? Who'd you
You've
steal
been
money
holding out.
from?
Huh?
You've been holding out, sir. I'm calling you out.
No one's asked.
How much?
Don't worry about
No,
it.
say that number again.
235.
You're supposed to be sharing.
That was my personal money to begin with.
He
Okay.
is of nobility.
Okay. Okay.
Must be nice.
My dad's dead. How about that?
That was mine?
That's not necessarily accurate.
I don't even know who my dad is.
You don't know who what.
Or my mama.
Anyways.
Gonna try
Max
another-
is like, I grew up in a relatively happy home.
My life was great until I left the swamp.
Now everything's terrible.
Sucks.
Like
The
the
outside
world is awful.
Anywho,
I do think it's funny that you made a character without a tragic backstory.
Oh yeah.
Me too.
Yeah.
All the
Your
tragic
character is
now.
now a tragic backstory. So,
I feel like your next one will be based off of this one's backstory.
My tragic backstory got more tragic.
down the hall, door to the right, door to the left, door to the far end.
I say we go to the door on the left.
looking at the map, we should go on the door on the right.
No, left.
Go right.
Let's go
I
right.
open the right one.
Okay.
Dear God.
Where?
That goes right.
Those was good.
But he said a deer god. Gozer is a frog god.
Those were those
You're a fraud.
You're a fraud god?
In my head she is.
That's the fraud one.
Or a fraud, if you will.
I will not.
They never said something secret about a rating.
You open this door. It is just a simple wooden metal banded door. As you do so, it opens up into a ritual-like chamber. It has the same kind of eerie green braziers that are glowing to either side. You see a large 10-foot sigil in the middle of this room. It has the same kind of demonic etchings and runes that the previous summoning room did, but much larger. However, there is no sign that any kind of sacrifice has taken place in this room. It looks like it was being prepared as such, but there's nothing else.
I inspect the room.
You may, with a knowledge the planes.
See if I help. I ask
14.
Dr. Isaac to inspect the room.
Really close. Go on then.
I said 14.
Oh, I rolled an 18.
Dr. Tone knows the
26.
You don't know anything.
Dr. Tone invented it.
That would somehow be worse.
It would.
And I may have 3.
I think that you should finish the sacrificing ritual.
What?
I'm tempted. Hey, Damon, can you sit in the center real fast?
No!
Ragnar?
I
If
pull
you-
him into the center.
Oh, it has to be willing.
Yeah, I pull him into it.
Willingly.
Together.
Yeah.
This is not the first time I've willingly pulled him.
I have literally done this so many times. Ask Max.
Were you more natives?
No.
No, this is
This is how you get skeleton characters.
What did you roll?
26.
With a 26, looking over this sigil, firstly, you do know what it is because you've seen it before.
Oh, no.
This is something that feels real familiar to you. It's almost as if you've read this book before, but you don't remember reading the book. You know how it ends, but you don't remember starting it. You trace the edges of this symbol over, and you suddenly have a flash in your mind. It cuts back to that dream that you had, where you fought the handsome stranger in your own laboratory. Whenever you had been defeated and your apprentice had ran away, when the handsome stranger stood there surrounded by the cloaked figures, that creature that stepped in, with 3 legs, vaguely humanoid, and long hands with syringes for fingers that had some kind of vague, viscous liquid dripping from them. This diabolic monstrosity flashes in your head, and you know the sigil is meant to summon that. That thing is another form of the Sakil, which are the psychopalms turned evil. This one is a zonal. A zonal Sakil
This monster is vaguely humanoid, but stands on 3 legs. A foul liquid drips from the needle-like tips of its long, hooked arms. Zahil's delight in haunting those who fear needles and invasive medical procedures. They also enjoy sowing addiction in hopes of heightening despair. Azonil stands over 6 feet tall and weighs roughly 200 pounds. You said you got a 26?
Mm-hmm. You may ask one question about the Zonil.
That makes me feel a little better.
But not that much.
No.
Because that is still way above your pay grade.
Mm-hmm.
You're getting paid?
Sorry. Yeah, it doesn't just summon it, if you remember.
Spell like special abilities. Not spelling, just special abilities.
Special ability, Addiction. When a Zonil damages a creature with its talons, it injects the target with a severely addictive fluid that blurs the vision and deadens reflexes. A creature can resist the effects of the injection toxin, but it is very difficult. If it fails to resist it, then it suffers penalty to its dexterity for 1 hour. After the hour passes, the penalty fades, but the victim suffers the effects of withdrawal, taking a -2 penalty to its strength, dexterity, constitution, and wisdom. These ability scores penalties are negated on any round the victim takes. They are negated when the subject gains that same liquid from the creature yet again. So the only way it can get over those penalties is to get more of this stuff. But otherwise, it is permanent. And this is a disease effect. Also, Look of Fear. The creature affected by Zonil's gaze is panicked for 1 round and shaken for 1d4 rounds thereafter. If you save, you're still shaken.
I didn't do it.
So,
But you wanted.
do I get the feeling like you said to hold the reading the big thing? Is this something I did, or is this something I watched people do? Okay. Because I have my guesses, I just don't know which way I'm going. But I know, like, intricately how this would work. Maybe not to recreate it, but like...
Do you...
So I do the dunk, but as I do, you start to see just if my eyes could roll, my eyes would roll back and almost fill up with that black again as those memories rush forward.
I attempt to damage this.
Roll me a disabled device. Cool. Cool.
18.
Oh my.
What the hell?
He rolled a 2.
I'm good at being mischievous.
You begin to like recall, and I imagine he doesn't get very many words in before you're like, yeah, oh, really? It's so terrifying. And you just begin to carve extra symbols into it.
And just
Somehow I
like,
made it worse.
and just like with the,
Esoteric dragon.
with the bombs in the corridor, it's like I somehow know the exact process and how this works.
That's a big no. Big no.
Sort of snapping out of like this flashback. So yes, the Hint of the Stranger.
Is that what
But it's not my muse.
This one has not.
Go. And it shall not.
And as I want you to do it, and that just ruined it.
That's the idea.
Do you want more out of it?
Sure.
I'm gonna attack
With
the
stuff like this,
Stone.
and I'd sort of put a hand on the haft. With stuff like this, it is sometimes best to use subtlety.
We know where his priorities lie when he stops him from ruining the terrifying sigil, but
we
not
don't.
killing the old man.
The illusionary old man.
Well, yeah, and that was my thought.
He
It's like, I
wasn't
know it's an
real.
illusion.
None of this is real.
Well,
I just disappear. I fade away.
Shit starts
Whose
going.
house are we at?
make it happen, Bert. In post.
Instead of you wake up in a vat and you're shaved and hairless, and you're in the real world.
You do what?
Well, I'll need one picture and I can make that
Like,
happen.
Oh, you just need a blank shot when he's not in there.
What is it? So
No,
what is this
that
guy's
is good.
angle? What is he doing
walked
all
away
this
once.
for?
Okay. Ew.
Stop asking so much out of the person that does the job no one else wants to do.
What is all this
appreciate it.
for then? What is this stranger's angle? What is his goal?
Oh.
So despair?
And no
Well, he apparently seems to like the kills.
Huh?
The creatures, the wolf worms were Sakills. That summons a bigger Sakill.
Oh.
Secure.
I thought you said that he likes to kill. I was
should
about to
do
say me too.
You should.
Why do you want to do
Where
it,
that
Vern?
was from.
Why wouldn't we? Come on. Wait. Look at that guy. He turns and looks at Adriel. Adriel's like, He says, we're not using him. He's been
Yeah, I
no
also
help so
wouldn't
far.
have any
I
control.
beg to differ.
I wouldn't have no control over the Sakill when I summon it.
Right.
It's-
You don't have to. You just let it do its thing. You know what I'm saying?
I forget you're evil sometimes.
What are you talking? I'm not evil. What could I do that's evil? I am ahead.
You're telling me to have a person,
Yes,
quote unquote, willingly sacrifice themselves?
But
Which
I am
this
not
works on willing sacrifice.
Making you do anything.
He wants to burn.
Well,
down.
don't tell him what it does. Just,
I've already told them what it
well,
does.
stop. He doesn't seem very bright. Can I have that? Adriel says.
The talking
No.
head wants to burn down the house. Let's leave.
It is the only one who knows what these tattoos are.
Is there anything else in this room?
Alright.
So, like I said, the left door.
Going back to my memory of the map, sure.
Yeah,
So I walk
The door
out,
across the hallway.
Right across.
I go with him.
I pull it open.
When you open it, this room is a disheveled mess. It seems that this was probably a living space of some kind, with the cots, tables, chairs, all relatively new, not destroyed or rotted away over time, but they have been completely shattered, and it doesn't look ransacked. It looks as if some kind of large force moved into this area. But that's not the first thing that you really notice. That is simply the contents of the room. What you do notice is the iron smell in the air and the blood that stains the floor, walls, and ceiling. There are so many body parts strewn about this room, you cannot count how many people really there were. There are gashes that range from the ceiling, which is 15 feet above you, along the wall and down to the floor, and you see blood spattered across where that gash lies. It looks as if something has completely stepped in here and maimed many much people.
I draw my sword.
Can I roll a heal check to sort of try and
There's a door on the far side.
and to try and identify how many bodies are in here?
You may.
Can I get their names?
The social security numbers and the addresses?
They're firstborn.
19.
19 hill check. You kind of it's going to take you a few minutes. I'm going to say it's going to take you about like 5 or 10 minutes. As you step into the room and you kind of look and you're like, okay, arms are no good. Head, okay, that's one head. You start lining them up in a very macabre kind of way, but very meticulous as you're like,
And it's like the blood and the gore does not faze me at all.
hey, can you put me with them? Can I hang out with these guys? Like, can you animate them? I need company. There are 7 of them.
How
So
fresh.
that's 11.
The blood is wet.
So that's 11. That would be one more.
The one that got turned into something.
No, the 4 that got turned into something plus the 7.
The human smoothie. Are they all human?
Is he keeping one to...
No, they vary in they vary from human, dwarf, and there's even one half elf.
Is it Emilio?
Adriel.
Adriel?
Adriel. I am horrible at names.
You're not alone.
So I roll
Are
a-
these some more of the defectors? Not that you're one of them. I'm standing in gore with my hands covered in blood. Are these?
What's the matter?
Oh,
That's funny.
Be honest with us. Were you a defector? Very honest with us.
were you
Obviously,
one of
we
the
are not going to kill you
Whoa,
this
whoa, fam. I told you that I'm not.
Well, okay, but for our sake.
If Meryl was to tell us to find 12 people, would
Uh-huh.
you be one of those 12?
I hope not.
I don't know why she'd be looking for me, especially here. This has nothing to do with me.
I don't know what happened to you. I just know who these people.
Oh, Roy, what have they done to you?
Oh, he had so much to live for. Oh,
Looks like they
He
took
falls
him
out of his
apart.
skin. The skull falls out of his skin.
oh no, Roy.
Oh, what?
Hello.
These are the things I see when I close my eyes. I can't help it.
Hello, Clarice.
I feel like I have to kill him now. That was a decidedly evil act, and I'm just like,
Why was that evil? It was disturbing.
yeah, it's
Desecrating a corpse.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's
that
wearing-
Eli?
He doesn't do that.
wearing the skin of someone else. A super Leatherface.
Suddenly our
You're
DM's
wearing-
like, that's not evil.
Those boots, those were the skins of living creatures.
Uh-huh.
I don't know that living creature.
You didn't know this guy?
You know, Roy.
He's dead.
Oh.
This,
No, he doesn't do that.
This blood is still wet. Whatever did this, it didn't happen a long time ago.
Hear me out. Hear me out.
I looked for
What
footprints in the blood.
These 7
Survival?
were killed by the other one. What if it was turned into something?
Or
Or
Hanson Joe came here. 'Cause
16.
With a
It's a
16,
7.
Oh, I thought it was a 1. I was like, let's hear it.
with a 16, you see something that stands out. It is very clearly there. It is a footprint, a bare footprint in the blood. It is twice the size of a normal footprint.
Like a bear?
No, like
B-A-R-E.
Okay, okay, sure. Yes.
a,
By the way, Harry is outside
naked
the
footprint.
door.
A naked
hearing all of
footprint.
this. I'm not looking in there.
But it's almost as long as you are.
the spell the handsome stranger used to get out of that room was Dimension Door, right?
Mhm.
Do I know the limits of Dimension Door?
Roman Spoker.
Let me take a
Or
10,
take 10.
17.
Nat 20?
Jeez.
I created the spell.
I am 1.
You follow him.
You pick up on his trail.
There's portal magic here.
That's from somewhere.
50 feet that way.
There are magic systems where you can trace where portals were. This isn't one of them, but they do exist.
The Nat 20 is not one of them. I feel like it could be.
I feel like that's a poison. How would you?
400 feet plus 40 per caster level.
And it's a point you can describe, you know, or you can see, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like,
So for all you know, he went up.
or to the surface.
Yeah.
So,
Because unlike normally where you just go in like an X or in a like a X axis, he potentially travel on an XY axis. He could be
Is the footprint a human footprint? Just very large?
It's humanoid, yeah.
Humanoid. 5 toes, the whole 9
Mhm.
yards.
There are your spells.
5 toes.
yeah, normal, fine. I look at my clothing.
5.
That's why I said
inches
human.
of patch.
So from outside the door, what's the plan?
Well, there's
Not
another door on the
walking
other
through that
side.
room, right?
I-
I don't have to walk through that room, right?
I walk
Can I
through the room
check the door
and I tentatively try the door on the other
that
side.
he's actively open? So I'm gonna check for traps as he opens the door.
Opening the door, you see the end of the hallway that you would look up at when you were in Oo's room. So
Okay.
in Oozeville. So instead of just walking down that hallway to get to where you are now, you went through all this nonsense and you've come out at that exact same spot.
Okay.
But now you can see that directly to your right, the canal is wide. It flows towards you before turning up north and then right. You see that there are two walls that do not connect. A massive gape in the wall allows this heavy flow of water to move into it. I apologize, to move out of it. This heavy flow of water is pouring through that canal out. And on either side of that canal, there are two doors flanking it. There is a narrow hallway directly to your right, but I'm just going to tell you now, if you were to look down that hallway, it dead ends.
Okay.
You do see that on the doors that are directly to your right, on the far north side, there is a single door. And then you see the flooded area just a little past to the northwest. And then looking down this hallway, you see the canal feeding straight in that direction, then turning south, heading west yet again, and then turning north and disappearing around a corner. The walkway's following it.
Well, this took us in a complete circle, but at least we know what's on the other side now. Thoughts?
Prayers?
So Perry doesn't have to go through this room of carnage. We can just go north through that other door.
I mean, I can carry him and he can cover his eyes.
Or we could just go north through the other door and not worry about
Yeah, let's check out the other door. Alright, I closed the door back.
Okay.
And we
I
headed
just
out.
tried.
The third door that we didn't go through.
Okay. As you head into this area,
I confuse myself. We're heading, so we have the two doors, the summoning room on our right, the room of gore on our left. And we're heading north. We're heading
you're in
through-
here, now you're going
Yeah,
there.
okay.
Yeah.
Just making sure.
That's where that belongs now. It did.
Was there another door there, or was the door there just
Silence. So,
Sorry.
opening this door, you step into what looks to be a massive floodgate room. Water pours out of a pipe on the far side of the room, flooding down into this wide canal at an alarming pace. You feel like everywhere you have stepped in that was only 3 feet deep, this is probably much deeper. And it's probably very, very difficult to navigate with how strong the current is. There are a couple things about this room that set it apart from the rest of the areas that you've went through. First off, that you notice, is there's vegetation down here. This vegetation seems to be coming down through the ceiling and growing along the walls and spreading out across the floor, seeping and sucking up any moisture that might be trapped between the cobblestones. You see you see a twin set of stairs that rise up about 10 feet onto a wide platform that overlooks the massive floodgate. On this platform, you see vegetation covering the wall. This odd, twisted version of what you would imagine to be moss. But this moss looks strange, alien-like. It begins to pulse and shift, creeping along the wall, giving it almost a life of its own, almost like lichen twisted by necromantic energies and power. As you step into this room, you see a rat folk dropped onto his knees. He wears a green cloak that is tattered and ripped up. His fur is matted. You even see parts and nicks in his ear where it looks like something has been ripped out of it, leaving it cleaved open. Next to him is a massive rat. This rat being about the size of him. Probably could be used as a steed. This rat is the size of a large canine. It has ashen gray fur, but you see it kind of shaking its head with this black ichor rolling down from its eyes, nose, and mouth as it hisses out. It turns and acknowledges all of you as it slinks up to the edge of the platform looking down. You see the rat folk on the platform is holding another rat in his hands. As he grabs it, opens his mouth, and that same black ichor rolls down and begins to infect the rat as it begins to twist and scream in pain. As his head rises up, you see him turn, and you recognize this as Daryl, but he is infected with that same black ichor. And we will pick it up here next time. Thank you very much for joining us, adventurers. Remember that this has been a good day to die. See ya.